Well, all right. Like you always say, welcome, welcome, welcome. Number one sports talking D. We ain't like the Falcons, we won't blow the lead. Look, all we talk is who that, who got cut and who back. Rookies in the vets, players you should look at. It's the sports coma, you don't wanna miss it. Got the pre-game, party, post-game statistics. Get a visit from Sway, maybe DC or 5. It's the hottest thing smoking, Big Q and the guys. Go to YouTube Live, make sure you subscribe. Interviews inside the Saints locker room high. Talk to Drew, Jordan, Zach, Peyton, New Orleans, who that nation. Best believe when I say we bleed gold and black. Ain't a miracle or rivalry could ever hold us back. No, Beastquake, Bounty Gate, let the truth be told. It's the sports coma, all we know is say Super Bowl. Yeah.
You're listening to the Sports Coma with Big Q and the guys on the PRO Media Network.
Who that to the black and gold family, man. We in this thing. Sports Coma is going down Wednesday, hump day edition of the Coma. Much love to the fam. Appreciate y'all being in the live stream. And like I've been saying for some time now, welcome, welcome, welcome. You're now rocking with the Sports Coma with Big Q and the guys, where we have intense, entertaining, educating, and enlightening sport talk from your favorite sports family. I'm Big Q. I'm in the building. Much love to the Great Saint Think Tank. I appreciate you guys being with me with this hump day edition of the Coma, man. We up in this piece. What's good with it? What's popping? What's happening? Of course, fam, I like to thank our sponsor for this month, Hoodie Jube. Appreciate the brother. Much love to Hoodie sponsoring the Coma this month. So feel free to give Hoodie a holler if you haven't subscribed to his channel. Go on over there, put it in the YouTube box, and holler at my boy Hoodie Jube. Give him a subscribe over there. Much love to the fam. Appreciate y'all being in this one. Appreciate you all. And this is, of course, this is called Saints Promote Ryan Nielsen and Coach Kris Richard, the co-defensive coordinator. And I like to give a shout out to Nick Underhill, because Nick Underhill was the one that called this before anybody. So credit what credit's due, man, especially when it's a local cat as opposed to some of the more national guys that the guy got the scoop. So much love to the fam. Appreciate y'all being in this one. Much love. This one here, as this is my birthday stream. So much love to the fam. I appreciate y'all joining me on today's show, man, on the birthday stream. So yes, indeed. Appreciate you guys for being here. So with that being said, man, we got a lot of stuff to talk about in this episode of the Coma today, man. We got a few news notes and items, and of course, I want to open up the lines of communication, the phone lines today for the family members to chime in on their thoughts and concerns. So much love to the fam as I give a quick roll call to the family members. Who that to the fam in the live stream. The Great Saint Think Tank is alive and in effect, baby. We are not here, but cheer. Yes, right. We in here. We in cheer. Let's just say it like that. Pelicans Nola, who that to you? Jerry Port Jr., aka the OG, is in the building. What's up? Who that to you? Tyrone Brock, who that to you, fam? Gabriel Thomas, who that to you? Nolans 504, who that to you? Davenport 20 sacks, HOF, who that to you? UF, what's up, fam? Who that to you? Daniel Smith, who that to you? KB, who that to you? Dary Sampy, what's up, brother Dary? Who that to you? Universal Love 878, who that to you? Etra McConnell, who that to you? Appreciate you being in there, Queen. Much love to the queens in the building. Much love to the kings and queens. Queens first, fam. You know how it go, fam. That's how we rocking, fam. All right, so much love. Zoidy, who that to you? Troy Thompson, what's up, brother Troy? Who that to you? House of Twigger, good to see you, fam. Appreciate you being here as well. Much love to you and yours. All right, Ant-Man, what's up, fam? Appreciate you. What's up, Eddie? Eddie, thanks for subscribing to the Great Saint Think Tank, the Sports Coma, PRO Media Network is in effect. Much love to you. Appreciate you, fam, for joining the fam. Welcome in, brother Eddie. All right, who else we got? Kim, what's up, baby? Who that to you? What's up, Duty? 400, Louisiana, who that to you, fam? Appreciate you joining us as well. Insider L, what's up, brother? How you doing, my friend? Appreciate you for being here as well. Thank you, my brother. All right, Big Ant, who that to you? Thank you, fam, for the birthday shots out. Much love to the fam, Kim, the rest of the fam. Thank y'all as well. All right, the who that guy. All right, who that to you? Thank you, fam. Appreciate you. All right, True Louisiana. Well, I see you, fam. Who that to you? Shedrick is in the building. Who that to you, brother? Seabrook Fishing Sinkers, Shinkers. What's up, Mike? Who that to you, brother? Good to see you in the chat. Don Duck Fofo. Who that to you, fam? Appreciate you. Baraka Longmire is in the building. What's up, brother Baraka? Who that to you as well? And the rest of the fam, what's up, Jarrell? Who that to you, fam? Appreciate you as well. So much love to the fam. Appreciate each and every last one of y'all for being there. What's up, Chris? Who that to you, fam? I don't want to leave you out. Ultimate Streams. What's up, fam? Appreciate you. Who that to you? Thank you as well. And much love, Josh Goat 23. I see you, Josh. Who that to you? T. Scott's in the building, baby. What's up, fam? Who that to you? Appreciate all y'all, man. Much love to you guys. You know, we got to, and listen, it's my birthday, but listen, it's beautiful to be able to share with the great Saint Think Tank, my extended family, man. Much love to you guys. Much love, much success, many blessings to you guys as well moving forward. Uncle Paulie, who that to you? Be kind. Who that to you? Thank you. Be kind. Quincy, what's up, fam? Much love to y'all and appreciate y'all. So anyway, we're going to get into it. Please feel free, family, to hit the like button. If you hadn't hit the like button as you're coming in, hit the like button. We'll cover some notes, some news, notes, and items, and then we'll hit the open up the lines of communication for a few and let the family members chime in on their thoughts on the Saints staff and naming the staff, and we'll officially go over this staff today on the Coma. So much love to the fam as we get going up in this thing as well. So give me just a second, get it going in here. So the key story of the day is the fact that the Saints are at, hold on, let me see if I got this just about right where I can get the share screen going here. Give me just a second. Let me see how it turns up. Give me a second, fam. Let me see. Okay, hold on. Share screen. No, that's not what I'm looking for. All right, give me just a second, fam. I'm going to move it, get the news, notes, and items tuned up for you guys in this thing. So give me just a second. I'm going to get that going. But yeah, this is good news, man. The Saints finally getting together. And what it does do for the black and gold in terms of the getting the coaches named, finally getting everybody in place. Number one, it stops people from trying to poach your guys from you. That's number one. And number two, it provides stability now as the Saints pretty much lock in most of the staff that they had from last year, except for a few changes with the wide receiver coach and the line. Now, there's still some moves to be made, matter of fact, and I got some news on that too that I'm going to deliver. KT, what's up, brother? Who that to my dog, KT? DeWright, what's happening, fam? Who that to you as well? Much love. Brother Lamar, I see you, fam. Brother Wallace, who that to you, fam? He says, who that Q? Let's do it, baby. We're going to the Super Bowl. Bring back Jameis. Draft a good running back. Yeah, great point. Kamara out. You know, it's going to be out sometime. Well, you know, at least half the year, in my opinion. You're going to need a running back. This could be a blessing in disguise, by the way. T. Scott says, about time we get to the Sports Coma Barbecue Fest. Going happy birthday to my dog, BQ, one time for the birthday vote. Bro, listen, to be truthful and honest, bro, I was planning to have a Sports Coma family bash set up where we all meet and sit down and have some good music and have some good food there. COVID came in and just knocked it all out, and then all this other stuff started happening. So it looked like we starting to get to a clearing in terms of it, and maybe we can start beginning to move forward on some of this stuff. We'll see. We'll see how it goes, but I'll keep everybody in tune. Mask Up Podcast, who that to you, brother Matthew Pollard? Who that to you, my friend? Appreciate you. Brother Derek Lockett, what's up, D? Who that to you, fam? Appreciate you being here as well. So let's get it twisting and turning, fam, as we hit up with the latest articles. And we're going to start with the NewOrleansSaints.com article. New Orleans Saints announced the 2022 coordinators, coaching staff, promotions, and additions of offensive line coach Doug Marrone and wide receivers coach Cody Burns. Pete Carmichael, offensive coordinator, Ryan Nielsen, Kris Richard, co-defensive coordinators, Darren Rizzi, special teams coordinator. So this is straight from the horse's mouth, fam. What's up, Devin? Who that to you, fam? Much love. Appreciate you. Thank you. What's up, Tasha? Who that to you? Much love to Simply Tasha. That's my girl. And who that to my dog, Big Sean. So much love to Tasha and my dog, Big Sean, man. Much love to y'all. Appreciate y'all. All right. So let's get into the article right here. New Orleans Saints head coach Dennis Allen has announced the club's offensive, defensive, and special teams coordinators for the upcoming year. Several staff promotions and hiring of offensive line coach Doug Marrone and wide receiver coach Cody Burns. Of course, you see Pete Carmichael right there as the offensive coordinator. Will return for his 17th season on the Saints coaching staff, and that will be a positive. Thank you, Devin. for becoming a pro superstar. Thank you, fam. Appreciate you for your support. Much love to you, my fam. Appreciate it. All right, Pete Carmichael, 17 years. Can you believe that, family? 17 years of Pete Carmichaal in the black and gold building, just eating up all them damn checks. Eating up every time I see you in the kitchen, eating up you know what I'm saying? That's Pete Carmichael. Returned 17th season on the Saints coaching staff and 14 as the offensive coordinator, really? Well. His first under Allen. Over the past 16 years, Carmichael has been a key figure in the planning and preparation of the offensive attack that has been ranked first in the NFL in yardage in 6 seasons and top 10 each campaign, 2016 and 2019. During the period of Carmichael's tenure on the Saints staff, the club's 14-year streak of finishing in the top 10 in offense was the third longest since the 1970 AFL-NFL merger. So that is really good. And despite the Saints' offense being limited by significant injuries at quarterback, the skill positions and offensive line, in 21, New Orleans managed to finish 19th in the NFL in scoring, reaching outputs of at least 30 points 5 times. Despite the impacts of multiple lineups, New Orleans was tied for the 6th fewest turnovers, which was 18, in the league through the first 8 weeks of the season. Jameis Winston posted a 5-2 record as the starter and ranking in the top 10 in the NFL in touchdown passes, which he had 14, a percentage of 8.7, and a passer rating of almost 103 before suffering a season-ending injury in which the guy pulled him down from behind in the Tampa Bay Buccaneers game. Now, due to Winston's injury, Carmichael was forced to prepare 4 starting quarterbacks. Taysom won 4 of his 5 starts while rushing for 374 to rank second on the team with a club best 5 rushing touchdowns, passed for 4 more. Trevor Siemian closed out important divisional victories over Tampa and Atlanta following injuries to Winston and Hill. That's the only time Trevor Siemian can win games is he in cleanup, dude. If you put him out there and say, go win me a game, he can't do it. Just being real. That's what happened last year anyway. Running back Elvin Kamara was selected to his 5th consecutive Pro Bowl as he led, and I wish he missed the Pro Bowl this year, to be honest with you, in rushing and receiving for the 2nd consecutive season, carrying 240 times for 898 yards and 4 touchdowns while grabbing 47 passes for 439 and 5 scores for a club best 1337 yards from scrimmage despite missing 4 games with a knee issue. Now, at wide receiver, Marquez Callaway and Deontay Harty made significant progress. Callaway caught 46 catches for a team high, almost 700 yards. He averaged 15.2 yards per catch, which is pretty good, and a club best 6 touchdowns. So Callaway had a big boost this past year. Look for him. Look for him with all those game reps, those live game reps. That will definitely catapult Callaway's progress as a wide receiver in the NFL. He got a lot of valuable game reps last year. All right, so now as far as Deontay Harris-Hardy posted career highs with catches for 36, receiving yards 570, and touchdown grabs while ranking 7th in the NFL in yards per reception with 16. So despite the fact that the Saints had receivers like Deontay Harris-Hardy and Callaway averaging over 15 yards per catch, that's not bad at all. So anyway, Ryan Nielsen has been promoted to the co-defensive coordinator and defensive line coach, and Coach Richard to the co-coordinator and secondary staff. So that's a bit of information. That's Pete Carmichael and their announcement of bringing some of these guys into the team. Now, let's go to another section of the New Orleans Saints website as we then talk about Mr. Dennis Allen. Of course, he's the new head coach. This is straight from the horse's mouth, NewOrleansSaints.com. Allen named the 17th head coach in the New Orleans Saints franchise on February the 8th of 22. The appointment brings Allen's tenure in New Orleans full circle as he has been a member of the team coaching staff for 12 years. Now in his 27th year in coaching and 21st in the NFL, Allen has played for, coached with, and learned from some of the best coaches in all of football. He was recruited to play at Texas A&M by R.C. Slocum. And in the NFL, he honed his skills on the staff of Super Bowl champion head coach Sean Payton for 12 years, and also Super Bowl participants John Fox and Dan Reeves. Those are pretty good football coaches there. All right. And of course, he's the guy with the profile, head man in charge. And then, of course, we look at the offensive staff. As you can see, Pete Carmichael right there at the offensive coordinator position. He decides to take that. We see Ronald Curry, who was the former wide receivers coach at a juncture, was wide receiver coach. He's now the Saints passing game coordinator and quarterbacks coach. So he's kind of upticking a bit. Run game coordinator and tight end, former offensive line coach Dan Richard takes over the tight end and running game coordinator position. Running backs coach Joel Thomas is still at his old position. The Saints bring in fresh blood in terms of Cody Burns, the former wide receiver coach for the Tennessee Vols out of the SEC. He comes in with a very motivational style, very intense style, but still a respectable style that he'll bring to it. Very important. People don't realize how important Cody Burns is to the Saints wide receiver room. The Saints wide receiver room is arguably, probably outside of the quarterback room, probably the most important room on the offense. Right now, there's so much flux. We talked about Callaway and Hardy. Hardy's restricted free agent. The Saints need to get him back under, but the Saints also need to add talent to the wide receiver room. And Burns is a really good recruiter. So could we possibly see young Tillman end up down here? He will really help out in the recruiting aspect of finding the correct wide receiver or receivers, plural, to end up with the black and gold, because you're going to need help. With all the draft picks we had, we're going to need some help, especially in the wide receiver room, especially with Mike Thomas coming off a serious injury and hasn't played in almost 2 years. This is going to be a very important situation. So Burns walks into a very challenging position, and I think he will succeed. All right, offensive line coach is Doug Marrone now. They got rid of Brandon Nugent, who I think he picked up and got hired by the Chargers, I want to say. Y'all correct me if I'm wrong. I think I seen like a bit of information on that. But Doug Marrone, who's also a former coach, he's a former he's a former that, but he got a lot of experience. He started out with the Saints many moons ago. Dennis Allen is familiar with him because they worked together, and he brings him in as the offensive line coach. So that's a lot of experience with Doug Marrone, along with Ronald Curry, and these guys working with Pete Carmichael to graft and put together the Saints offensive plan, even though that's Pete Carmichael's thing. Wonder how much freedom Carmichael will have to make the calls. And Dennis Allen, hopefully he's a hands-off type of guy. And really the word on the street is he'll focus more on the defense and allow Pete Carmichael to have autonomy over the offense. And we'll see how that all works and see how Pete Carmichael operates. Of course, this is off their website. They do still have offensive line assistant Zach Streif, the former offensive lineman. A long-tenured Saint is there to help out Doug Marrone. And then you got also assistants to go along with him. Kevin Petrie, an offensive assistant, Declan Doyle, and then DJ Williams, who's also there as well on the offensive side of the ball. Now going over to the defensive side of the ball, you see Ryan Nielsen, who looked like he just woke up and just say, all right, I'm ready for the picture. And then, of course, you see Coach Richard next to him. As you can see, the two titles are co-defensive coordinator, defensive line. So Ryan Nielsen still will coach the defensive line. Coach Richard will still head up the secondary, but they will co-share the defensive coordinator position, which is a positive because Coach Richard has the resume for that, being that he's the architect of the Legion of Boom. And Ryan Nielsen doesn't have that experience. But listen, this is a good fit for both these guys, both passionate football guys, fundamental guys. So it does keep a lot of it. This is a really good move for the Saints to do this, to be honest with you, if you think about it. Senior defensive assistant Peter Guenta is still there. Linebackers coach Michael Hodges heads up the linebacker. Assistant secondary coach behind Coach Richard is Corey Robinson. Pass rush specialist is Brian Young is there. And defensive assistant is Jordan Trailer. That's the defensive side. Now moving on to the special teams coaches. You see special teams coordinator Darren Rizzi, who's still there. No extra title on him. Or there was some speculation they were thinking about adding that title to him. No such luck. And of course, you see assistant special teams coach Phil Galliano, who is there as well, who was also had the relationship with he knew him from Penn State, and our weapon, a hell of a weapon in the punter, helped bring that guy in here and was schooled by Morstead. And then of course, you know, the rest is history. So special teams is still in good hands right now. As you can see, the theme is consistency with the Saints. It's consistent. Of course, you see the strength and conditioning coach Mr. Charles Bird there as an assistant strength and conditioning coach. They didn't give him a promotion, and the same with Rob Waning. They're both assistants, and the thing is, they've yet to appoint the guy that'll head the strength and conditioning programs. I'll give you some news on that a little later on in the broadcast. But once again, to go over the Saints staff, and this is your coaching staff for 2022. It's completed except for maybe 2 more hires. We'll talk about that. So Dennis Allen, head coach, of course, you see the offensive, Pete Carmichael, offensive coordinator, passing game coordinator, quarterback, Ronald Curry. Dan Rushaw, running game coordinator, tight ends coach, Joel Thomas, running backs coach, Cody Burns, wide receiver, offensive line, Doug Marone, offensive assistants, you see them there. On the defensive side of the ball, the big news is the fact that co-defensive coordinators, Ryan Nielsen and Coach Richard, will work together while they both will coach their previous position groups, which is defensive line and secondary. And Dennis Allen will oversee them all. So this was a good pairing of coaches. And like you say, this is consistency. Allen was Coach Payton's handpicked guy. Carmichael was a guy that everybody thought, with all that experience being under Coach Payton, he would be the perfect offensive coordinator under Dennis Allen. Then, of course, you see pretty much the same guys except for 2 new add-ons right there. And, of course, you see the defense is pretty much still intact. The defensive coaches are still intact, which means continuity flows through the Saints team this upcoming year, which is cool because they'll have a lot of flux with incoming players moving in and out and all around. Now, let's get to this next article right here. It's coming from Saturday Down South, and they talk about the New Orleans Saints reportedly interested in 2 Alabama assistants. For what? New Orleans Saints are going through a coaching change after Coach Payton retired. Dennis Allen was hired to take their place. Allen is putting together his own staff and seems to have had his eyes on a pair of important assistants. Now, according to Nick Underhill, who's been on top of this stuff, got to give him credit, David Ballou. Like Baloo, like from Jungle Book, Baloo. Yeah, that's pretty. Yeah. Alabama's director of sports and performance and Matt Rhea, the director of sports science, are drawing interest from the NFL squad. So Nick Underhill, credit to Nick Underhill again. If it's a local guy getting it, you got to give the man credit because it's a local guy and he's about Saints football. He gonna get it right. If anybody gonna get it right, like guys from the Saints News Network and several others, Underhill's going to get it right. So Ballou and Rayer are crucial when it comes to getting the Crimson Tide players ready to play, both during the offseason conditioning program and every week during the regular season. Could Alabama soon have 2 key openings to fill? We'll see how the Saints search goes over the coming days and weeks. Now, if the Saints are able to take the, quote, director of sports performance and the director of sports science away from the Alabama Crimson Tide, that's a gut punch to a degree to their conditioning program, right? To a degree, not nothing astronomical. But number one, I'm an LSU guy. That's number one. So anytime the Saints can gut punch or take something from Alabama and make them have to go and fill in the position or kind of weaken them a little bit, I'm for that. So, that's cool to me. But there you go. Those are 2 more openings the Saints are looking to add to the team. So it's still some movements left to be made, but the core of the Saints team has been formed and just in time as they're looking to go up to Indianapolis to do some scouting for talent to fill up some of the offensive rooms because we need help on that side of the ball. All right. So let's move on to the next and final article before we get into some of the other meat and potato news as well. The draft picks are all in for the USFL's New Orleans Breakers. So that's right. Family members is asking, well, hey, Q, what we going to do about the New Orleans Breakers? You going to be covering Breaker content? Hell yeah, I'm going to be covering Breaker content. It's a professional football league. The USFL is back. They have a New Orleans professional franchise, a team that will be playing between the off season for when the Saints play. Oh, this is perfect. So the little void that we have, we'll have pro football from the Breakers and a little Pelican in there. So this is going to be a good summer, man. It's going to be a good summer. This is coming from NOLA.com's Patrick McGee. On the scoop, the first USFL draft since 1985 wrapped up Wednesday, and the New Orleans Breakers added a total of 34 players to their new roster. Former Southern Miss and North Carolina coach Larry Fedora was introduced as the Breakers head coach in late January, and this task would help him put together a completely new roster in less than a month. All of the USFL games will be played this season in Birmingham, Alabama, with the contest taking place at the newly built Protective Stadium and Legion Field. The games will be broadcast by Fox Sports, which owns the league, and NBC, which is a very unique situation, because if you start a football league and you're able to get the uniforms together and all the arrangements of where you're going to play, the next thing is, of course, how the games are going to get to the people on television that can't come to the stadium where you're broadcasting. Well, it does help out the fact that Fox Sports and NBC, with two rival networks, have come in together to own a football league. So they automatically will command and give airtime to their investment because they want to see it profit. So this is actually a very unique situation between two rival networks owning a football league together. This is really something else. Now, of course, I remember the XFL and the USFL was trying to merge, but it didn't work out, which is going to be problematic for the XFL, especially if they're trying to go to NBC and Fox to have games from the XFL to play on their networks. Good luck with that. Okay, the Breakers schedule has yet to be released, but the first game of the 2022 USFL season is set for, that's right, family, April the 16th, with the New Jersey Generals and the Birmingham Stallions facing off. So reunited feels so good. Coach Larry Fedora drafted his former college QB Kyle Sloter with the first pick in the draft. So you're bringing him in. Drew Brees announced the pick via Twitter yesterday to bring the kid in from him, and they have some familiarity to what type of offense he's going to operate. So Sloter will be the quarterback of the Breakers. I kind of kidded the other day that what if Drew Brees would announce that he was the quarterback of the Breakers? But anyway, each round in the 31 round draft focused on a single position, with quarterbacks being taken with each of the first 8 slots. The Breakers chose former Northern Colorado quarterback Kyle Sloter, who has bounced around to multiple practice squads in the NFL, including the Broncos and the Vikings. With all the picks in, here's a look at who the Breakers picked over the last 2 days. Number 1, we talked about Kyle Sloter, the quarterback, 6'5", 215 pounds. He's thrown for 1,222 yards, 11 touchdowns and 1 interception. He's Sloter signed with the USFL a month after Fedora left for the job at 2011. So there you go, round 2. The Breakers got a running back, Delvin Bellamy. He's a defensive, actually he's not a running back, a defensive end. The former Georgia defensive end has signed to 6 different NFL practice squads. He's 6'5", 245 pounds. He had 13 sacks over the final 3 seasons at Georgia. Round 3, Henry St. Amour. He's another defensive end. Georgia Tech product, signed with the Vikings as an undrafted free agent and inked with the BC Lions out of the CFL, the Canadian Football League. Round 4, James Falston Jr., another defensive end. Good grief. They trying to send the whole house. Signed as an undrafted free agent by the Cardinals. He played in his college ball at Pittsburgh. So you know what they're doing. Round 4, another defensive end. So you got 3 picks that are all defensive players or defensive personnel. They're trying to get after you. Nigel Chavis, defensive end, a former all-MEAC performer at Norfolk State. Round 5, they finally get offensive line to protect the quarterback. The former Missouri standout saw some action this past season with the Titans. Number 6, round 6, Donnell Green, another offensive tackle, 6'5", 335, spent time with the Jaguars. And he's round 7, Marquise Lucas, another offensive lineman from West Virginia. Round 8, Adonis Alexander, a cornerback, former Virginia Tech standout, spent part of the 21 season with the Saints, but was waived on August 21st. Now, he's a 6'3" defensive back who had some time with the Redskins, Rams, and the Niners. Round 9, Derrick Jones, another cornerback, former 6th-round selection by the Jets in 2017. The ex-Ole Miss player has been picked up by the Packers and Texans. Round 10, Manny Patterson, another cornerback, has been picked up by the Chiefs and Texans following a standout college career at Maine. Another defensive back, round 11. He had 2 of them in round 11. Jalen Embry, cornerback from Northern Illinois, product saw action in the Spring League in 21. And then of the other guys, Ike Brown, cornerback, he signed with the Bills out of FIU ahead of the 20 season, but decided to retire. Brown is giving football another chance. And of course, they picked up a backup quarterback, Zach Smith, well-regarded prospect at Tulsa. Smith will get a shot to prove himself as a pro. Wide receivers to throw to. Sean Poindexter, the Arizona product, signed with the Niners as an undrafted free agent out of college. Another wide receiver, Johnny Dixon, speedy guy from Ohio State, has been on the practice squad with the Texans, Cardinals, and the Cowboys. Another wide receiver, Jonathan Adams, a productive receiver at Arkansas State. Adams signed with the Detroit Lions as an undrafted free agent out of college. Tawaan Taylor, receiver, 53 catches for 697 yards and 2 touchdowns in 2 seasons with the Titans. He's from Western Kentucky, and he does have experience. He's attempting to rebound from a neck injury. Round 17, Chad Williams. I remember him from Grambling. Receiver, the former Grambling star from Baton Rouge, 20 career NFL receptions for 202 and 1 touchdown. A safety, Dartez Jacobs, has bounced around as a pro since finishing his college career at Georgia. And then, of course, you go round 20 to get a center in Jared Thomas. Linebacker in 21 with Jared Fernandez, inside linebacker, played in the CFL. Guard and Stephen Rosie. 23 is Liam Dobson, another guard. Jalen Allen, another guard at 23. 2 of them 23 round picks. 24 is Shakir Soto, a defensive tackle, for some beef inside the interior line. Camilio Tamoga, another defensive tackle. And then, of course, they add more tackles to Connor Christian. They get another tackle in Chris Okoye, who has spent time with the Chargers and Bengals. Running backs, Larry Rose, a legend at New Mexico State, bounced around as a pro with the Titans, Rams, and the CFL Winnipeg Blue Bombers. Another running back, Jordan Ellis, a former 1,000-yard rusher at Virginia. DeAndre Wallace, a linebacker from Towson State. Vontae Diggs, a linebacker from UConn. And, of course, you see the rest of them. And Austin McGinnis, the kicker from Kentucky. And a tight end, Ansel Canella, 6'6", Auburn product. So these are all of the picks from the USFL team. 30-plus in overall for your New Orleans Breakers. So remember, season starts April the 16th for the Breakers. So quick recap. New Orleans Saints announced 2022 coordinator, coaching staff promotions and additions of offensive line coach Doug Marrone and wide receivers coach Cody Burns. Of course, we went down the coaches staff roster and showed you all of the additions, just a few on offense as well. And we keep it going. All right. Thank you, Adrian. Much love to Adrian. Appreciate you. Super chat. All right. Much love to you. Thank you very much. Appreciate you. Much love to the Queens. Thank you, Queen Adrian. All right. So with that being said, and you see the offensive coaches right there, and you see the defensive guys right there. Continuity is a big thing with the Saints coaching staff. So hey, they said that they wouldn't flip it upside down, and they didn't. Also, we covered this. The Saints report is still interested in 2 assistants to bring on over, according to Nick Underhill. The article was based on Alabama's director of sports performance, David Ballou, and director of sports science, Matt Rhea. Saints looking at both of those guys to take them away from Alabama. It'll be cool, too, to kind of weaken them a little bit. And then, of course, we talked about the USFL team. So with that being said, man, that is some of the news, notes, and items there as well. So it's cool, man. So cool. But anyway, like I said, man, it's 150-plus people in the building. Please feel free to hit the like button. If you hadn't hit the like button, hit the hell out the like button, if you please. Hit the hell out of it. And please feel free to hit the notification bell if you're not a subscriber. Be like Eddie, who recently subscribed to the Sports Coma. Hit the subscribe button and get a little notification, baby. We in this thing. All right, fam. So in just a bit, I'm going to put out the link for the family members. So we're going to open up the lines for a little bit here. And hold on here. Let me see here. Give me just a second, fam. Let me kind of put it there. Give me just a second. Yeah, we're going to open up the lines of communication, fam. So, and do our thing. Thank you, KK. Much love to you, baby. Appreciate you as well. So thank the family. I thank y'all, man. Y'all so kind. All right. Let me see here. Let me see if I can kind of add that link there. All right. Show link here. All right, fam. We're going to put that link there and pin it there. So there you go. The link is in the chat. We're going to open up the phone line. So feel free to holler at your boy. Pop on in and get up. What's up, Donald? Who that to you, fam? Appreciate you being in the live stream, my brother. I hope everything going well with you and the fam. Much love to you, brother Donald. All right. Thank you, Tramal, man. Appreciate you, brother. And appreciate you for being a member on the platform, my brother, for what is it, 19 months? Yeah, appreciate you, brother Jamal. Thank you, fam. Appreciate you. All right, so it's pinned to the top of the chat, fam. Thank you, J Rock. Appreciate you, fam. Thank you, my brother. Appreciate brother J Rock as well. Thank you, Manny. Appreciate you, Manny. Thank y'all for y'all super chats, man. Appreciate you as well. Thank you. Brother Lamar became a member. Thank you, brother Lamar. Thank you, guys, man. Thank you. Appreciate you. Brother Manny Branch, thank you, fam. Appreciate you as well. J Rock, once again, thank you, sir. Appreciate you. Yeah, I see you, Daron. What's up, Daron? Appreciate you, man. Daron. Been a while since I heard from you, buddy. Hope everything going on. What's up, Carla? Who that to you, Queen? Much love, fam. I appreciate y'all, man. All right. So with that being said, we got the link there, fam. We're going to open up the lines of communication for the family members to chime in on this thing. So feel free to hit up the stream and we'll get you in there so that we can hear what you got to say there, baby. We got to hear what you got to say. So with that being said, give me just a second. I'm going to kind of put the family members out there. I'm operating new. Like I said, I had some issues before. And merely what I'm doing now is I'm just trying to work through them. All right, so we got Brother DeWright. We're going to put him on the line first. Brother DeWright, how you doing, brother? Brother DeWright, can you hear me? I'm hearing you move around in that, Brother DeWright. Can you hear me? All right, Brother DeWright, can you hear me, sir? Uh-oh. All right, might be having some issues right there. Brother DeWright. All right, Brother DeWright. All right, we're going to have to check on that. Brother DeWright is, he can't hear. All right. All right, Brother DeWright, can you hear me, sir? Thank you, Tasha. Appreciate you, Queen. Thank you. All right, your special lemonade. Special lemonade, huh? Okay, hey, it's the middle of the week, Tasha. Much love. Appreciate y'all, man. Thank y'all, man. Appreciate y'all. All right, fam. I'm trying to get out. I think we having issues right there. Brother DeWright was on the line, but I don't know if he can hear me as well. Hold on. Give me just a second. Let me see if I can troubleshoot this. All right. Okay, Brother DeWright. I can't hear you, Brother DeWright. Let me kind of see what we can do. Brother Jerry, can you hear them?
Yes, sir. I can hear you, Big Q. Can
All
you
right.
hear me?
Yes, sir. I can hear you loud and clear, Brother Jerry. Welcome to the stream, bro. Thank you. Thank you, 3Ls. Appreciate you, Queen. Much love.
Live, laugh, and love.
Thank you, Brother Jerry. I can't do it, bro. As I got it in my head. It mixed up the way I said. How you doing,
What's
OG?
going on, Big Q?
I'm doing
What's happening,
good.
Big Q?
Good to hear from you, Brother Jerry. How you feeling, bro?
I'm feeling good, man. Feeling real good. Shout out to everybody in the chat. What's good tonight?
Doing good, bro. Everything's fine, man. I appreciate all the birthday love, man. I appreciate you guys. Much love to you guys. Thank y'all for what you do. How y'all do?
Yeah,
Thank
that's
y'all.
what I heard, Big Q. I heard word on the street. I heard somebody celebrating the birthday, and
yes,
I'm trying to figure who that is. I said, oh, that's the host of the Sports Coma.
Yes, sir. That
Better
would
known
be,
as Big Q.
That would be I, sir.
AKA QSPN.
Yeah,
because we got the real deal, baby. We got the real deal, baby.
Brother Jerry, I appreciate you chiming in, my brother. Got a lot of stuff going on in the Who Dat Nation, my brother. Talk to me about how you feel about some of the moves the Saints are making. Are you confident about that? I know that's something that you I think you kind of online with some of the things that they like to do. What you think about that, OG?
I like these moves, man. When I saw it happen, with the two guys that are gonna co-ed as defensive coordinators. I mean, I like this move with Ryan Nielsen and Kris Richard. I like that.
Yeah, I think it's a good move too. I mean, what it does is it helps out so much with them keeping their position groupings, the defensive line and secondary rooms secure. So I mean, it's fun to see what the Saints are doing, man, and keeping everything on par. So they were really serious about not having very much turnover. few additions, but relatively, they just kind of sailed through this thing. We had a little turmoil left, but in the end, it is what it is.
Right. And and once again, shouts out to everybody in the chat. I know everybody's showing you love, Big Q, because this is your special week. It's your special day.
Thank y'all. Appreciate y'all. Who that to the Great Saint Think Tank, man? They the best, man. I feel honored to be able to share it with the family members. This is my extended family, so I appreciate all y'all for sharing it with me.
You got the whole nation behind you, bruh. Look, like they always say, when someone else travels well, we travel well too.
Yep.
No matter where we go, if you the guest on Big Low, or if you the guest on TJ Jones or Hooded Jube, or wherever you go, you know we all gonna be right behind you.
That's
all
right.
Of us.
That's right. That's family too, man.
And you can best believe I'm gonna be there too.
Oh, I know the OG coming. The OG always in the building, man.
Look, I'm like the Harlem Globetrotter. I travel well. You know, y'all know about the Harlem Globetrotters.
That's right. OG brother Jerry travels well, man. The Who Dat Nation is the best, man. Bottom line.
Yes, sir, it is. And I heard somebody mention about the New Orleans Breakers, man, on their draft picks on Tuesday night. I know they're doing it again tonight. So I kind of like to see where this is going. I mean, I've heard about the USFL. But I heard stories about it and the history about it, but I just never seen it before. So hopefully, prayerfully, in April of 2022, it'll be my first time looking at it.
Right. Yeah. It was a long time ago, brother Jerry. They decided to kind of revise the league, and I think it'll have much success this time around because of the people that's backing it. So a lot of money behind the USFL this time around. And even though the inaugural year they'll start off playing just over there in Alabama and Birmingham in the same stadium, but the idea is the second year is that everybody goes back home to their home market. So we will have the Breakers in the off season when the Saints are not playing. We'll have professional football from the USFL, which I think is really cool. Yeah, because
the first thing on my mind, I thought the USFL is going to do like the NFL, just with the New Orleans Breakers and these 7 other teams playing in their respective homes. That's my thought. But when my dad talked about it over the weekend, he's saying about they all gonna play in Birmingham. I hope they got like 3 or 4 stadiums in Birmingham that they can play in, because if you're gonna hold all the games in Birmingham, there got to be some good football fields over there.
Yeah, brother. They just renovated that stadium out there. I think Legion Field, they got a new facility. Because I remember Legion Field, man, long time ago, man. It was a dump. But, they done fixed it up and put something up new out there. So they got pretty much a brand new building out there. And I think they have an artificial field. I'm going to check on it. It better not be no grass. It won't make it. It better be an artificial field. It won't make it. Right. Because I remember the old Legion Field, I want to say they did have grass. And it used to, when it rained, it'd be muddy and all that kind of stuff. But they got a new building out there. I think it'll be pretty smooth for them to have it. That cuts down a lot of travel costs. All the teams is in one central location, and I don't know how the scheduling working out, but it'll be fun still all to watch some football.
In the springtime.
Exactly, professional football in the springtime, and the city of New Orleans has a team, brother Jerry, that's in there, so that's really a plus too.
Absolutely. I agree with you, man. I agree with you. But I ain't gonna hold you long, Big Q. I just want to come on here and give you my thoughts and opinions on these Saints moves that they made, which I said earlier. I like it. And I know somebody else getting ready to come on, but thank you for having me on here. And once again, I wish you a very happy birthday. I wish you nothing but good health, happiness, and all the best, and many more birthdays to come, my brother.
Thank you, brother Jerry, man. I appreciate you, bro. Thank you for everything, your support and everything, brother Jerry. Much love to you and your family, man, and happy.
Same to you and yours, brother.
Thank you for what you do, bro.
Oh, absolutely, man. And also shouts out to everybody in the chat, to their families and loved ones. Love you all so much, and there's nothing you can do about it. Let's keep this ride going.
That's right. That's the OG. It's nothing you can do about it, baby. It's nothing.
That's right.
All right, brother
Yeah,
Jerry.
and if they didn't know, now they know.
Thank you, brother Jay. Who that to you, bro?
Who that, bro? Take care.
You too. That's the OG, man. OG in the building as well. Appreciate brother Jerry, man, chiming in. Always the OG in the building, man. If the OG's there, man, he's showing love and support. And the ultimate promoter, and brother Jerry is super awesome, man. That's a good brother there. I just want to give a few shout out to the family members. That's a few cash apps that came through. Thank the family members. Who that? D at who that? 111. All right. Happy birthday, Big Q. Okay, KK. Thank you, KK, baby. Much love to you. Appreciate it. Thank you, KK. Thank you, Carla. Appreciate you, Queen. Much love to the Queens, man. Thank you as well. Happy Born Day blessings, Big Q. Thank you, Carla. Appreciate you, Queen. Much love, man. Yes, thank y'all, guys. I appreciate you. All right. And keeping it going, man. Much love. What's up, Pammy Whammy? I see you, Queen. Much love. All right, we got some more people on the line, family. Remember, if you want to get on, just simply hit the link and we'll get you on in there. Let's got another guy chiming in there. Well, hold on. That's Revolt. What's happening, Revolt? How you doing, brother?
What's going on, Q? Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. I can hear you. How you doing, bro?
Oh, man, I'm chilling, man. I ain't chilling, man.
Good.
Can't complain.
They treating y'all right up there in Atlanta, bro?
Yeah, man. You know, they always in hater mode, but, you know, that's how that's how I prefer them to be in hater mode.
Yeah, don't do me no favors. If you gonna hate, go ahead on and hate. I already know what time it is. You know what I'm saying?
You know, I'm old enough to remember the USFL, man. I was a little.
Okay.
I was a kid. I think I was about 9 to 10 years old when they came out. But remember, we had a guy who was a big time player that we got out of the USFL, came to the New Orleans Breakers. His name was Marcus Dupree. You remember him?
Yeah, I remember Dupree. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Dupree was running that ball for the New Orleans Breakers, man.
Yeah, sure was. I remember Dupree.
Bobby Abear went up to Michigan, and Herschel Walker was with the New Jersey Generals.
Mm-hmm.
And, man, the USFL stole a lot of prominent players that was coming out. I think
Buford Jordan too. Wasn't Buford Jordan? He came out of the USFL too, didn't he?
Yeah, and Sam Mills came out of there too.
Yep, Sam Mills, Jim Mora,
and Buffalo quarterback,
Jim Kelly.
Jim Kelly came out of there too.
Yep, that's right. That's right.
Just a lot of good players coming out of college, away from the NFL that year, man. I think that was 83, 84, something like that.
Yeah, it was way back.
And earlier than that shit, I don't know, because I was real young, man. I was still in elementary school.
Yeah, that was way back, bro. That was like
it
was like in the mid 80s, I want to say, when all that was going on. Yeah.
Yep. And shit, man, I was I think they lasted about at least about 2 or 3 years. That league lasted
3 years, and we got the Breakers in the last year. I won't say what wasn't it the last year? Because we got the Breakers. I think I want to say the Breakers wasn't there the full time they were there. I think they came on.
It wasn't. know if we had them and they left, or somebody else had them and they came to us. I don't remember, but they didn't stay with us the whole time. We didn't have them the whole time.
Right. That's right. They went. I forgot the history. They moved, but I remember they were there. I remember them playing in the Superdome that little time that they were there.
Right. Yeah. Yep. They had those funny looking helmets on. I couldn't even tell what the hell that was on them.
Right.
Funny looking helmet. And I was like, what the hell is a breaker?
Right. That's what I was like. What you talking about? What's the hell? You can't come up with nothing better than that. But yeah, that's true.
We were just football junkies, man, and we were just happy that they had another football team, you know?
Yep.
That we had another football team to watch when the NFL wasn't playing. So we enjoyed it, but shit, we didn't understand business back then. We was mad when the league went under, but we was kids. We didn't understand business and how all that shit.
Yeah, we just wanted football. We didn't care about how you got it. We just want football. That's how it was.
Absolutely. No loyalty
Uh,
My
you,
bad.
you all right, brother Revolt?
Talk about these this new coaching staff, man.
Mhm.
I was never a Dennis Allen fan. My bad, Q. I had a call coming through.
That's
But
all right.
I I kind of I like the staff more than I like the head coach. I don't know if that make any sense.
Yeah,
I don't know if that, but I'm
Fedora.
just not.
Yeah, Fedora,
I wanted.
brother Revolt. I don't know about Fedora, man, but you're right.
I I I really wanted I'm talking about NFL now. I really wanted Bieniemy to come to the Saints, man, as head coach. That's hello.
Yeah, I'm listening to you, bro.
Oh, I'm sorry. I really wanted Bieniemy, man, but I kind of figured it was going to be Dennis Allen, and after that, I was hoping that Bieniemy would at least get to the offensive coordinator, but I didn't understand the Pete Carmichael move. I was thinking that Carmichael was going to sit around and wait till Peyton chose his next job, and he was going to jump over and follow Peyton, and that's why he didn't really want to get tied down with with an offensive coordinator job.
Ah,
So that's what I was thinking he was doing. But when he took the job permanently, I said, well, I guess I was wrong about that, or maybe they just offered him enough money where he just said, look, I'm gonna go ahead and ride it out. So I'm not sure, but that's what I was thinking when it all went down. But I want to see what Dennis Allen gonna do. I heard a lot of things about he wasn't a very likable guy. I remember a couple of players, like Keenan. What's Keenan last name? Cornerback. Matt
Keenan
Ryan.
Lewis.
Keenan Lewis didn't like him. They
Right.
really didn't get along. A couple other players didn't wasn't too tight with him. What's my guy name who messed his knee up and was on the paint?
Delvin Bro.
Delvin Bro, yeah, man.
Yeah.
But them guys really didn't speak too highly of Allen, but that's just two players. But
Right.
I hope I'm wrong. I hope I'm wrong, but I don't know. I'm a little ambivalent toward the move. I'm not really sure, but we'll see. We'll see. But
Yes,
I got calls coming through. Q. These people bother me. I don't want to hold them back. Let me get out there, but take it easy, man.
Thank you, brother Revolt. Who that to you, bro? Be safe out there.
All right, man. Who that?
Who that? That's brother Revolt. All right, we're gonna bring him in. Brother Randolph, welcome to the show. How you doing, my brother?
I'm doing good, my brother. How y'all doing, man?
Doing good, my friend. Welcome to the show, bro. The Saints have pretty much got their staff in place, bro. What'd you think about the Saints' moves to coordinate? Pop Witherspoon name. You got to coordinate. They got both Ryan Nielsen.
Yeah,
Ryan Nielsen.
coordinate.
You got to coordinate. You got Ryan Nielsen and Coach Richard sharing the job. What you think about that, brother Randolph?
Well, defensive coordinator jobs around.
All right, brother Randolph, your sound going in and out, my friend. You hear me, brother Randolph? Uh-oh. Brother Randolph's sound went out on this.
On the league. Glad that we were able to bring them both back and give them both
You still there, brother Randolph? Your sound going in and out, my friend. It's cutting in and out, brother Randolph. Your sound. All right, hold on. Just let me see if I can get brother Randolph just to pop back in. Brother Paulie, Uncle Paulie is on the show. What's up, Uncle Paulie? How you doing, my friend?
What's going on, Q?
Doing good, my brother. How you doing?
Happy birthday, man. Me
Thank-
and my wife will holler out. Happy birthday to you.
Thank y'all. Appreciate y'all. But I appreciate y'all. Thank y'all very much.
Now, don't eat too much cake and ice cream now, but go ahead.
I'm trying to shake it off, Uncle Paul.
Listen, too bad old Showbiz Pizza ain't still around. We go in there and throw a party right quick.
That's right. Godfather's pizza.
There you go.
But yeah, Uncle
Just
Paul,
check it
yeah.
out.
I'm trying to shake it off, Uncle Paul. I'm trying to keep it off, man.
Man, that's all right. But hey, listen, that's that Como barbecue still coming. As soon as New Orleans get right, we're gonna be right.
That's right. That's right, Uncle Paul. You're
We're
absolutely
looking
right,
forward
bro.
to that. I won't see Sway really know how to do that gumbo he used to be talking about.
Yeah, he can throw down when he want to, man. That's the thing about it.
I believe both y'all comparing. I believe.
Yeah. You don't hang around the kitchen as much as we are and don't pick up something, Uncle Paul. You know how that
You
goes.
got to pick up something.
You got to pick up something. Right. You got to pick up something. You just can't sit around there and not pick up something. And they cooking all the good food. Now you living wrong if you ain't doing that right.
You know what I was saying? Don't trust a skinny cook.
Yeah, he ain't eating his own food. Either that or he got a tapeworm.
Something, man. Yeah, you know New Orleans got some of the best food in the world, man.
Oh, man. Woo. Absolutely. Uncle Paul, let me ask you, my friend, some of the moves the Saints made. I know you're not high on Dennis Allen, that I think. And how you feel about the staff he put together, Uncle Paulie? Do you like Pete Carmichael and the co-coordinators, Kris Richard and Ryan Nielsen? How you feel about what they've done so far?
No, call Q. Hey, they better be glad Gail Benson didn't ask me to make the decision, because you know what? Lovie Smith would be the Saints head coach. Man, I saw a story on him after he got the Houston job, man. That's one of the most humblest men you ever wanted to meet, Q. I mean, if Houston don't win, it won't be Lovie's fault. That guy is just so humble, man.
Yeah, wow.
But I wrote it down, Q. Look, Lovie Smith would have been the head coach. I'd have called old Jim Caldwell out of retirement. He'd have been our offensive coordinator. Kris Richard would be the defensive coordinator.
Okay.
I'd drop Dennis down to make him the assistant, Dennis Allen.
Mm-hmm.
I'd have called old Leslie Frazier to be the defensive back coach. And I'd have put Pete Carmichael as the quarterback coach. Now, Ryan Nielsen, I'd put him over the linebackers. Them linebackers, hey, we need some fire up under them dudes, man.
Mm.
You know, and I'd have found somebody to take over the defensive line department. But Doug Marrone, I listen, Q. Jacksonville, to me, they should leave Doug Marrone where he was. He has been he didn't work out as a coordinator. He didn't work out as a coach. They should have went to the college or somewhere to try to find a new offensive coordinator, because you got to get some new blood up in that Q. That old line, come on, man. You know, you got to try to get some new people. What you think, Q?
That's interesting there, Uncle Paulie, because the reality is, man, when you're dealing with you get a guy like Doug Marrone in there who does have a lot of experience. He's pretty much done it everywhere on the offensive side of the ball. Now he's an offensive guy. He was the head coach here, did some stuff. Dennis Allen, that's one of Dennis Allen's guys that he likes, that he worked with, that he was comfortable with. He brought him in there. But yeah, they got rid of Brandon Nugent from last year, and that's one of the things Dennis Allen did. He got rid of him and Dalrymple, who was the guy that been with Coach Payton since 2006 on the strength and conditioning side of things. So that was telling.
Nugent no more Q. He had lost that offensive line after Jameis went down. Like, the offensive line said, "This okay." They just took the rest of the year off. Let's wait on till next year. Them guys didn't play with a flip, man.
Well,
that was so crazy, Q. Like, we had, I don't, you've been watching Saints about as long as me, maybe a little longer. But that's the first time, Q, I ever see the Saints offensive line had injuries from tackle to tackle.
Yeah,
now, you know that's crazy.
That was rough.
Both tackles, both guards, both centers. We had different people there the whole season. You can't get no continuity like that, Q.
No, you can't.
You know, what you think?
No, you're right, Uncle Paul. I mean, man, that was some tough sledding, man. And when the guys broke it down, and they finally, when the season completed, the Saints had like 53 or 54 offensive line changes. That's unreal that we had that much turnover and twisting and turning on the offensive line. I mean, everybody, Ryan Ramczyk missed a handful of games. Teron Armstead missed a bunch of games. McCoy, he missed a few games, and when he did play, he wasn't the McCoy that we love to see. Andrews Pete, he was another guy that was just hurt majority of the season. We were stuck with Kelvin Throckmorton, who was less than Kelvin Throckmorton. Right, Kelvin Throckmorton. My goodness, yeah, it's like
your head through a wet paper towel, man. Ain't no kind of resistance.
Yeah, it's like running through a muddy swamp. That's what kind of athleticism Kelvin Throckmorton has. Can't lift his feet. He was a turnstile, man. You push him and he spin around like a turning dough. I mean, he was a vending machine. That's what he was. You put the skates on him, and then you put skates on the vending machine, and then that way you can move the vending machine wherever you want him to. That was Kelvin Throckmorton. So I mean, and then of course,
McCoy had that was the high ankle sprain.
They said he was
never the same.
Right, they said that he was, and he wasn't. When he got off the injury report, they were saying it was I was like, nah, something wrong with McCoy because they're not listed on the injury report. But man, you could tell that he wasn't himself. He wasn't the dominant offensive lineman that I watched in many of the games last year. You could see he was still banged. He was still hurt. And then Cesar Salad Ruiz, that's another dude that we don't know what to do with. You gonna play him at the guard, or you gonna move him to center? What we gonna do about Cesar Salad Ruiz? And Doug Marrone got a tough job with that offensive line, man.
He really do. But if they gonna add to the line, get that Pinion kid, man. That dude, he's a beast. He be laying them defensive tackles down, Q. You go online and watch that kid work, man. He's an outstanding block. Pinion, I think he was like 6'7", 325 pounds. Man, you get him on the line, you gonna be opening up some. It's just amazing to me. Kamara, he's never had 1,000 yards rushing or receiving, but I'm surprised he got the 800 bad that line was, and then he missed another 4 or 5 games with injury. So we were just blessed, we still had, the people that was there that even told Joe Jr. We lost him 4 or 5 games. I mean, it's just everything he looked around.
Ingram too. It's like he was running up against a brick wall. The Saints couldn't make nothing. I mean, guys was meeting him up at the offensive, line. He was running up against a brick wall, stacked fronts most nights.
Get knocked for loss. When the last time you saw Mark Ingram get knocked 4 or 5 yards?
They was not
3rd and 1.
They wasn't afraid of you, to throwing the ball, and they stacked the box and said, "You gonna beat us? You gonna beat us up front?" And many of the games, one more game would have got the Saints in the playoff game. I mean, the Giants game was a debacle. But I mean, despite all that, we still was close.
I don't know why he wasn't starting Jawan Johnson way better than Troutman. Troutman go fool around and find himself on the street if he don't get his act together. Because he ain't tough enough, Q. That's the problem I have with him. He is not tough enough.
3rd round draft pick. The Saints are high on Troutman. Coach Payton was. Does Dennis Allen have the same amount of patience? Well, he's a 3rd round. He's a 3rd round guy in the 3rd year. He had a sophomore slump. He's in his 3rd year here. It's going to be interesting and intriguing all at the same time to see if Adam Troutman could pick it up. Now, I still say we need to see if we can introduce another veteran that can come in there and steady the tight end position.
It ain't no better. He can't. He not consistent. He's injury prone too.
No.
And he's a little long in the tooth too. He's another Jared Cook.
Right. Yeah, it was kind of absolutely weird. It was really weird to see how many injuries stockpiled on the offensive line and skill set players down and out. And so it was a rough year. And still the Saints got 9 wins. That's commendable, to be honest with you. And I'm a guy that says, listen, if we don't make the playoffs, that's a failure. And to a degree, that is true. It's a failure because we have lofty expectations. Not lofty, I mean realistic expectations. But the Saints were and did have an opportunity to get in that thing. We let the Giants go, and I think that was a really tough loss right there when we lost to the Giants. We had them beat by 11.
I remember you said that, Q, at the end of the game, you said this Giant loss, we might be seeing this again next year down the season, Q. Yep. You sure said that.
I said, you losing.
Might come back to harm us
later on.
It's going to
come back to, and it sure did, because that's the one. People got several others. But I have to say that you were up by 11 going into the fourth quarter and you allowed the Giants to come back and beat you. That's not good. But anyway, regardless of all the injuries, the C-19, the coaches in and out, the Saints still was able to win 9 games with a lot of young talent on the offensive side of the ball. So still very commendable if you look at it.
Right, and Coach Payton had checked out. Good thing he didn't. I don't see how he kept it on the rabbit. The team would have found out he wanted to leave. That probably would have made him collapse. You know, why play for the coach and he wanted to leave? You know, you don't do stuff like that. And I'm kind of a little, throwed off with Coach Payton like that. He quit on us like Coach Mora, and they did a documentary more some years later. And you know what? He said that was a mistake. He said he shouldn't have quit. He should have finished the year out and then went from there. He said, cause he's old Occidental, military guy. They teach you not to quit, give up. No matter how tough it is. He said he really regretted that.
Right.
He said he's really hurt himself and his fans and whatnot. He said he just should have, whether he got fired or not, he shouldn't have quit. And I'm gonna tell you, Sean Payton, he can get over that Dallas if he want to. The media ain't gonna protect him. And shoot, if they boo Jerry Jones, he the owner, what you think gonna happen to Sean Payton if he go over there and start getting rocky? What you think, you?
Well, I mean, Payton can go wherever he want to go, man. He put in this time right here. He stepped away from the team, and at first it was like he just needs the rest. Well, if that's the case, just step down inside of the organization, appoint an interim coach, and come back when you're ready, which is a year. But that's not what happened. People at first thought he was retiring, but he was stepping away from you to step up to somebody else. And whoever that may be, and we all know it's going to eventually be Dallas next year when he decides to take the job. He went over there, and it's a reason for everything. He went over there because he seen that they had more of their offense looked better than the Saints' offense. And why was the Saints' offense look like what it is? Because of his decisions. So instead of improving upon a team via trade or free agency or drafts, he decided, we got a ready-made team right now. Let me go back to where I came from before I came to the Saints. I was with Dallas. Let me go back out there. Then it comes out that in 2019, he said that he was thinking about stepping down to go to leave then. But Anthony Davis left, and he did not want to have a double blow with Coach Payton and Anthony Davis left. So he stayed for a few more years. So this has been something on the man's mind, and I'm not mad at him. Go whatever you want. Go, Coach Payton. Thank you for whatever you've done for the Super Bowl reigns and the wins and creating the culture. And listen, we just going to take it from here, and keep uptrending. That's how I look at it. I ain't mad at him at all, bro. Some people mad, like, you put that cowboy stone. Yeah, I'm not mad at Coach Payton. You go over there, put that cowboy stone, then that's just going to have to be a team we have to beat. That'll be even more challenging. That means funner and better football for us to watch. It creates a whole nother rivalry there between the Saints with Sean Payton going to Dallas, doesn't it? I would say that now the question to the Great Saint Think Tank, brother Uncle Paulie, brings an interesting point, and I'm gonna give it to you for the final time. We got a few more family members behind you, but let me ask you something. And this is to the Great Saint Think Tank. Y'all feel free to throw your commentary in there. Hey, first of all, brother Derek Lockett, thank you for your super chat, my friend. He says, happy birthday, blessed man. Thank you, bro. Appreciate you. And thank you, Austin. He says, Peyton and Saints needed a change. Look, Troutman is garbage. The moment is always too big for him. He ain't got it. Thank you, Austin. Much thank you for your super chat.
Tight end, look like.
Hey, there you go. But let me ask you.
They need to get more serious about signing Jameis, because, I don't know if you know the Q, but Mike Tomlin looking at Jameis real serious over there in Pittsburgh.
Yeah, they got quite a few suitors that could be looking at Jameis Winston. They see that he's healthy. We played the video several shows back, and Jameis Winston is he's
looking real good.
Moving around and all kind of stuff, man. He didn't came on back.
Wearing no brace. Most time you be like that, you be a brace, a boot, and all that. He like it never happened, Q.
Right, he back at it. But this is the question I have for you, Uncle Paul, and the Great Saint Think Tank. Then I'm gonna bring somebody else on in. Is this if you look at what the Saints have done in terms of this is the question. I'll forget this one and give you this one. The rivals with Peyton going to the Dallas Cowboys. Let's say, for instance, that paradigm does occur. Well, Coach Peyton goes to the Dallas Cowboys. Who is your biggest rival then? Is it the Dallas Cowboys or the Atlanta Falcons? tell me what you, Uncle Paulie, you feel free to answer that. And in the Great Saint Think Tank, y'all put y'all 2 cents in there. Let me know what y'all think. If Coach Payton, let's say that happens, Coach Payton goes to Dallas and becomes the head coach over there. What becomes your biggest rival? Is it still Atlanta or is it Dallas? All right, Uncle Paulie, what you think?
I'm gonna have to throw you a curve, Q. We still got to beat Tampa Bay off our heels, man.
They don't have Tom Brady anymore, Uncle Paulie. They have 20+ rings. You still think they're an issue?
Because that too, they may make a play at Jameis too, but I still think Tampa Bay, we still ain't. I know we done beat them, Q, but we ain't just beat them down to the point to where they done surrender. They still talking about winning the division. I saw some of them in another chat. They still talking about trying to win the division and stuff. And Carolina soon later they gonna wake up out of their coma. But as far as the conference, oh yeah, Dallas gonna be, if Champagne go to Dallas, they're gonna be in competition for the conference. But we still got to have this division battle with Tampa Bay. We ain't really, put them to bed yet. You know what I mean? What you think?
I mean, it's just so many questions. Okay, they fulfilled the staff out. So if the common logic to me, Uncle Paul, and not to get away from what you're saying, it's like to kind of walk through it. It's like, okay, traditionally speaking, who's the coach? Oh, it's Dennis Allen. We knew that because Coach Payton said that was his appointed predecessor. He wanted Dennis Allen. Well, Dennis Allen got the job. Who's going to run the offense? Pete Carmichael. Now, both of them had some drama because Carmichael didn't want it. And then all of a sudden, he decided to take it later on. So you got Dennis Allen, Pete Carmichael, all of which, prior to all of the drama and the twist and the turning, that we knew ultimately that what it probably would look like. Then it came, but who to be the defensive coordinator? We didn't know they would go co-defensive coordinator. Never heard of such a thing. Not mad at it, but you pick one guy for the job, another guy loses. We can't both hand out 2 first-place trophies to this. I mean, that's not how we operate. It takes away from the competition.
I hope there don't be no conflict there, Q.
I don't think it is.
Nielsen, like, he a little hard-headed,
Well, I don't think it is. I think. Well, Nielsen doesn't know how to be a coordinator. He learned on the job. Coach Richard has been there and done that. So I think he'll probably take his.
He let him lead it.
Right. So I mean, but the factor is the Saints. If I'm going off the model of what the Saints are doing, then I can honestly be honest. Thank you, Brian Watson, for subscribing to the Coma. Thank you, fam. Appreciate you. And what I'm thinking is, in my mind, is that they'll continue the trend. Why stop? Okay, it's who's the quarterback now? Now that we fill in our offensive staff, the next question is who's the quarterback to lead the Saints offense? If tradition is what we've seen on the line of pretty much predictable movements the Saints made, even though they had some drama around those movements, like the 8-hour meeting with Bieniemy before they decided to go back to Dennis Allen, or Pete Carmichael saying, no, I don't want to be the OC, and then coming back saying, yeah, I want to be the OC. Besides the little drama there, we knew that those are the predictable moves. So why would it be different if it would be for the personnel in terms of who will be the quarterback? I mean, economically speaking, Jameis Winston should still be the guy. It'll be his 3rd year. It's pretty much similar in the same system that he'd be playing under, which would have that much turnover in terms of him learning anything new. I think Pete Carmichael will pretty much keep a lot of what he's familiar with Coach Payton's system. So that's a plus. And then all of the other stuff that you got to add along with him, Elvin Kamara's little situation. Well, he'll probably be gone at least half the year, 6 to 8 games, perhaps, if we lucky. We'll see. Right. We'll see how it folds. You never know he could be. The man might suspend him. I think suspend him for a year could be something a little far-fetched, but I'm looking at 6 to 8 games somewhere between there.
Right. But that's what he did to Ron Rice. Didn't Ron Rice get suspended that whole year?
I think he did get suspended, but he hit that poor lady. Right. That was so ugly when he did that poor lady. He need his ass kicked for that, for how he hit that lady like that.
Got a long memory about that kind of stuff.
Especially with the Saints.
He's going to fool around and get blackballed. Let him keep on.
The
NFL and Goodell don't like guys that just stay in trouble.
Well, my thing is this. I'm looking hopefully to be Jameis Winston. I want to make Jameis Winston the quarterback. And then from there, you just add pieces around him. You build your offensive line. With Elvin Kamara being out, you got to get a running back. And that could be a help moving further on. Wide receivers, you need help. Offensive linemen. All that. They're going to have an opportunity with all these draft picks to be able to then fill in the blanks and add depth behind each offensive room along the line.
You know what? It don't make no sense. They could have bid off of Jameis a 10, 12-year, $2 the 3-year contract. Come on now. Take some of that money you gave Taysom Hill and shove it over there to Winston. What you think?
Well, I mean, they're gonna restructure.
Taysom Hill not going to play that contract out, Q.
They're gonna restructure. They're gonna restructure several contracts, and Taysom Hill's contract will be one of the ones they restructure to free up to 70+ million.
Come on, man.
Right. Well, Uncle Paulie, listen, man, I thank you, man. Uncle Paulie, you the man, the great Saint Think Tank historian, always in full effect. I got several other family members chiming in, but listen, I appreciate you as always. Thank you, bro.
But we gonna get together about that barbecue. Just keep me posted.
Yes, sir. I sure will. Thank you, Uncle Paulie.
All right, now.
Peace.
I'll be blessed.
You too. All right, that's Uncle Paulie. Appreciate Uncle Paulie as well for being in this thing. We got Brother Byron coming up next. Brother Byron has been away for a while, man. Brother Byron is about to chime in. Brother Byron, where have you been, man? We got Brother Randolph going to chime in, Brother Donald, and we're going to get into it. But Brother Byron, welcome to the show, sir. How you been? Brother Byron, can you hear me? Uh-oh. I can't hear you, Brother Byron. Uh-oh. I can't hear the brother. Brother Byron, man. I can't hear you, my brother. Pop back in, Brother Byron. Pop out and then pop back in, bro. Let's see. And maybe that'll reset your sound. Okay? All right, Brother Byron. I'm going to put you right back in there after we're going to get Randolph. Brother Randolph, are you there? Brother Randolph, can you hear me?
Q, can you hear me?
Yes, sir. How you doing?
I'm doing fine, man. I'm doing fine, brother.
All right, you sound a lot better, Brother Byron. Brother Randolph, with your sound this time, because the first time around you was a little your sound was going in and out. But my brother, but welcome on in, bro. What are your thoughts on the Saints and the moves they're making, my friend, with the co-coordinator situation?
Co-coordinator is interesting. Like I was saying earlier, I'm glad we didn't lose both of the guys, that we retained them, so we have continuity on the defense. And as far as this co-defense coordinator, my thing is on game day, which I'm sure they'll sit down and figure out who's going to be, calling the plays. I know they have a friendship. I believe they were teammates in college, man. I didn't know that. I saw that somewhere today, that Nielsen and Richard were teammates in college, so they are familiar with each other. I like the new receiver coach. It's some fresh, it's some young blood. I at first, when Marone came back, I thought he was coming as the offensive coordinator, and I didn't like that. But for the offensive line, he's coming from college back to the pros. He had success at Jacksonville. He did get him to the AFC Championship game. So, all in all, it's kind of in with a little new, but you still got that same flavor. You don't lose too much. Moving forward, man, as far as quarterback is the main thing in the building right now, man. I'm here in Pittsburgh, and is really interested in Jameis. But also, I'm hearing the Saints are going to swing big, man. Might swing big, either for Russell or Derek Carr. Then if they can't get one of them, then maybe they go, they try to reel Jameis back in. But offensively, man, we got to get our offensive line straight. We need to get guys in their right position. Like you said, we need to figure out what's going on with Caesar. Is he going to play center with his natural position or guard? I know everybody's like Armstead's out the door, but I just have a funny feeling, Q, that he's not out the door. I know Teron misses a lot of games, but those 8 or 9 games that he does play, he's one of the best, if not the best, left tackle in the NFL, man. And we saw this year when he is out, not on the field, man, how horrible that line can look.
Yep.
We need weapons on the outside. Definitely need weapons on the outside. I would love if we can get under the radar signing like DJ Chalk from Jacksonville and bring him home. I think that'll be a little sneaky a sneaky signing right there. And running back wise, we got to bring in another veteran running back and draft us a running back because I think Kamara may be suspended for the whole year, man. I think I think he might get suspended for the whole year. I hope I'm wrong, but Goodell way he loves to just give it to us, man. Then thinking about Pete Carmichael as the offensive coordinator. In 2011, when I believe that's when Peyton got hurt, Carmichael was calling the plays. What was our offense rank? If we could bring it up right quick.
Oh man, let me see if I can delve into that. Give me just a second, brother Randolph. Let me see. That was 2011 because that's when the guy. That's when
Peyton got ran over on the side.
Yeah, broke his leg. Yeah,
broke his leg.
All right, hold on. Let me see if I can pull it. Boy, we done been through it all, man. Come to think about it.
All, man.
Let me see. 20 same Saints offense.
Believe it was top 5, top 7.
Let me see here. 2011. Hold on, give me just a second here.
Yes, sir.
Hold on here. Yeah. Offense was ranked. Let's see here. Points scored by team. Let's see. Offense was ranked number 2. Defense was ranked 13th.
Offense ranked number 2. He called into place the majority of them. See, 2012, Peyton Bountygate suspended for the whole year. Saints offense was ranked what, Q?
The next year, the Saints was ranked 3rd. The defense was 31st.
Thank you. Carmichael can call plays, man. Let's get off this. He doing shit. He's gonna put his there are some things Sean said that a lot of stuff that he came up with, a lot of little rankles and stuff. It was because of Pete Carmichael and the work he was putting in behind closed doors, man. So we're gonna be fine with Pete, man. I think Pete's gonna put his own spin on it, man. He's gonna keep it similar, but also he knows, man, there's something, it's something to step out from the shadow. You know what I'm saying? And like, hey, I think he had to sit back and like, I just think, hey, do I want to accept this challenge? You know what I'm saying? I know I can do it. You did it before, So, hey, I'm pulling for him. I think he's very competent, man. I tell you what, if we were to let Pete Carmichael go, he wouldn't be in the street long. You know what I'm saying?
No, right. Yeah, you're right.
He wouldn't, man. The man has experience. He's called. He's had. Look at man. We were ranked 3rd ranked offense in Bountygate. And Peyton gone the whole year. On the defensive side of the ball, man, I like to see us. I know it's a dream, man, but is any kind of way we could bring Akeem Hicks back and team him up with Anyamata in that middle, man. That defensive line to be so nasty, man. And then with the young Peyton Turner, who showed promise coming back, and hopefully Davenport can stay healthy. I'm up front, we're looking good, man. What do you think we're gonna do with Roby, man? Do you think we restructure him? Because I know they're not gonna pay him $10 million, man. Or do we try to trade him? What are your thoughts on that?
That's the two things I'm looking at right there, brother Randolph. It'll either be a trade or and that's what it's more than like. Either a trade. It's 3 things that they're looking at, which is restructure, trade, or release. And we covered it before. You get a nice chunk of change on this release if you just release him. But the Saints gave up draft capital to acquire him. So I really don't want to lose that draft capital by releasing them for the money. But even though the Saints are still they $70+ million, they got a $70+ million overage. So it comes down to we'll just have to deal with just releasing Roby. Which, listen, I'm not for getting rid of good cornerbacks because you never know what could happen.
Tell me about it.
You guy get hurt, you be like, damn, I wish we'd have kept Roby. So, I mean, I'm hoping, that it don't be a release because I really don't want to waste the draft capital. Hopefully, it'd be more like a restructure. But I think you get more back on the release than the restructure, according to some of the reports that I was getting from Sport Track and all of them. We covered this, I want to say, on the Monday stream.
Okay.
But we was doing that, and I did some on the TSC Q&A live as well. But I mean, but yes, that's what they're looking at. But I most certainly hope it's not outright release. Even though I would understand, but we gave up capital to get this guy, right? Right.
Give a third to get him
right. Yeah, and even if it's like maybe a fifth or sixth or something like that, maybe 2.6, you're like, yeah, whatever. But it's a pick that high, you want to be able to see what the guy got. And I really don't want to put him in the streets. So hopefully it'll be more of the latter than the one that I mentioned.
Right. And do you think we re-sign PJ to more than a 1-year contract? At least a 2-year with a 3rd-year void, maybe?
You would think they do, because the last couple of years, but besides the year that just happened with PJ Williams, the previous 2 years, he wasn't much of a demand for PJ Williams. Remember a couple of years ago, he had the arrest where he was driving under the influence on the interstate. He had an issue there. And then his play wasn't all that. This past year, PJ really stepped up, and he earned a multi-year deal from the Saints. It won't break the bank, because the Saints was playing on $3 million last year, $2 or $3 million. That's and if you can give him a 2-year deal, PJ Williams has upped his value, especially under Coach Richard. And plus, you're looking at Marcus Williams getting his bread. They'll do the Saints play him. Like, of course, Cube. Okay, before you say that, you know who's on the final year of their deal. You got Chauncey Gardner-Johnson and McCoy coming around the bench. So what you do there? You can't pay everybody. It don't work that way. So you have to be strategic on how you delve your out payment. But do you break off Marcus, make him a 13, 14 plus million a year safety, 4-year deal perhaps? Maybe. Or do you what do you do with so I mean, that's the long range game, but that's also something you think about.
Yeah, well, I think they're gonna franchise him again, and then work out a long-term deal with him before the season starts. Just to hold on to him so they don't lose him. That's what I'm figuring they're gonna do with him. And as far as the linebackers, I know Quan is free, man. I love to bring Quan back, man.
Yeah, me too.
I love to have. I think him and DeMario work so good together. And I'm gonna tell you, man, I just love Pete Werner. I think we have something in that kid, man. He kind of reminds me of a young Luke Kuechly, man. He's just in the right place. He's just a football player, man.
Yeah.
He just makes plays, man. Every time, it was the difference between him and Anzalone, man. It's crazy. It's like this kid was always where he was supposed to be, man. He's just a playmaker, man.
Yeah, he got a nose for the ball.
Yeah, he had a nose for the ball, man. But I ain't gonna hold you up, crew. I'm gonna let the other family members get in, man. But I appreciate the time, man.
Well, thank you, brother Randolph. Much love to you, my brother. Thank you, and you be safe, my friend.
Yes, sir.
All right, that's brother Randolph, always dropping the science, man. Much love to brother Randolph. We got a couple of more family members on the line. We got brother Byron. Let's check his sound out, make sure everything good. Brother Byron, brother Donald, Tragic, and brother DeWright is there as well. So let's bring in brother Byron. Brother Byron, how you doing, sir?
What's going on, fam?
How you doing, my brother? Long time no here, bro. How you been?
Hey, man. Hey, I've been cooling though, bro. I've been taking care of business and everything, and stuff like that. But the funny thing, I hear a whisper in my ear, and I was like, okay, I got a show to do with my fams, my peeps.
Right.
And I know that I've been thanking them a lot though, since from the storm and everything, and we had to deal with Hurricane Ida, and I said, let me get back to my family, my Black Gold Nation, you know what I'm saying, my Who That Nation, family, because I miss them a lot, though, and y'all miss me so dearly, and I've been covering y'all, I've been hearing from y'all show and everything that we have a show every time, certain days, but I said, yeah, let me get back on this though, man, and do what I do, with y'all. So I'm glad to hear from y'all. I'm glad y'all hear from me, and I know we got a lot of stuff we got catching up to do with our Saints though, bro. Covering the news and everything for the last couple of weeks. Last month about Aaron Kamara, got arrested in Las Vegas. That's a strategy news that I never heard, and it's my first time hearing about this, man. I mean, it's awful, it's pitiful, and it sucks that he got himself in trouble, with this guy on the elevator, punching the man, stomping him and everything. That's not how you do some stuff like in the world though, bro. I think Kamara beat him a better man. As a person, though, as a player, that don't do some strange like that and cause himself, his career in the NFL. But man, that's some bad news, man. That dropped the bombshell on Kamara, and I know he's gonna court date coming up next month on the 8th, and I think he probably gonna be suspended. They're talking about he's gonna be in prison for 5 years and all this stuff. Cordell, he's a little crazy self. He's gonna spend probably a whole year. But it's like I say, you hate hearing stuff out of New Orleans though, man. When our team going through a lot of things, the situation that we had to deal with all this news and update information and stuff like that, it's ridiculous. I mean, it's pitiful, that you don't like to hear everything's happening when our team, from last year to now. But man, it's trash stuff that we gotta monitor. But it's too much that we gotta go with everything. The problem, the issue, we gotta solve this stuff back and forth. Everything year after year. But I just hate that. I'm disappointed that that Kamara got himself into it. But I just think that we don't know what's going to for him. But I think he need to get himself and tighten up and be who he could be as a guy. And I think he need to get himself straight and get himself back to where he need to be as a player, as a running back, as a star in the league, though.
Hey, bro, you said a mouthful of that, brother Byron. Yeah, I was disappointed too to hear that he trying to turn the man into fresh squeezed grape juice. I just think that he got caught up. I just think the man suckered him. The guy was in there fighting all of them guys. He was talking mess to him. And I think you check that guy's rap sheet, is probably longer than my arm. I promise you that much. He was at the right time. He instigated something there. Nobody else got punched. They was punching on him and he got a payday. So at the end of the day, you can't let them sucker you into stuff like that. Alvin Kamara has got to be smarter than that. And I thought that's what goons are for. You got goons around you. The goons keep you safe. And if there was a confrontation of some sort, the goons get it. You don't get the negative press. And if the goons have some problems, you cover their legal expenditures. Mr. Multimillionaire Alvin Kamara. But this did not happen, and it's jeopardizing the Saints' season moving ahead. But that's the bad news, Brother Byron. The good news is, if there is any from the Kamara debacle, is the fact that they have an opportunity to address his loss in the draft ahead. So it gives us an opportunity to kind of peer ahead in the draft and get somebody there if we need to for Alvin Kamara. So this could be a blessing in disguise when it all comes down to it.
For sure. And I think to the point like this, Q, with all the stuff that we're hearing about Kamara, you know what I'm saying? It's like I said, you don't want to expect that it's gonna mess up his whole entire, football, you know what I'm saying? But the reality is that Kamara ain't putting him do some strain like this though, bro. This is the first time we're hearing that he did some stuff that called himself into this situation though. And to be honest with you, I don't know what's going on with Kamara right now. I know he's still the top player ever, but I just think that why you gonna do some things to a person out in public for no reason though? And I think it's like, you understand, like it's so obvious that Kamara is like, he don't know who he is though. You know what I'm saying? But you don't do some stuff that it mess things up. You know what I'm saying? Go hit somebody and then you never met this person though. You just come out of the blue sky. You know what I'm saying? Like, or you just gonna hit the man for nothing. That's not how you do something like that, Kamara. You supposed to be nice to everybody though, bro. You can't just do something strange and cause yourself and fight with somebody and pick on somebody. Nobody pick on you though. You know what I'm saying? That got me a head scratch. I'm so angry about that. You know what I'm saying? I just don't know what's going on with Kamara right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's still my favorite player though as a running back, but I just think it's too much that he just unfold that he just gonna do some bad stuff. You know what I'm saying? But the draft though, we gotta go get another running back though, bro. I've been saying it for a while now. You know what I'm saying? That, we could go replace with Kamara because we don't know how long he's going to be out for, And I tell you, if you can replace him like a running back in the draft, that'd be fantastic, because I've been looking at these mock drafts, for the last couple of weeks, I was looking at some running backs, from, from Michigan State, Kenneth Walker, and then you got other running back, Brees Hall from Iowa State, and I mean, they got some good running backs in the draft, though, Q.
Yeah.
No question about it, bro. I'm just telling you, man, if you place one of them guys for Kamara, that he's going to miss some time, possibly miss for a whole year, then go get a running back. We probably get one early in the third round, possibly in the fourth round. You know what I'm saying? But they got some good running backs though, Q.
Yeah,
I'm not saying this. I'm not saying this draft player is deep, but they got some talent though, bro. They got some talent from every position though. Running backs, you know what I'm saying? They could you could plug them in right now.
Yeah.
But you know what I'm saying? But I just like to say, but Kamara, man, it's a hiccup though, bro. It's a wake up call for him though, bro. But yeah, we need to address the offense. The offense looked terrible from last year. You know, you got Michael Thomas coming back from his ankle surgery he had, and he's gonna be healthy, ready to go in 2022. So you need to get alongside with him and get a number 2 wide receiver behind him though. You got Callaway there, Deontay Harris. You know what I'm saying? We need some more weapons though, bro. This offense got to be more explosive, bro. And this offense is not the same offense that used to be when they put some big numbers on the board, man. But you got to get this offense to be more dynamic. You know what I'm saying? And I think if you get around like Traylon Burks from Arkansas or Chris Olave that Michael Thomas used to play with Ohio State.
Yeah,
come on now, bro.
Yeah, but you're right, brother Byron. That's well said, because there are so many really talented prospects in there, especially at the wide receiver position. You could take your pick. You mentioned Trey Burks. You mentioned Olave and there's several others.
London.
Yeah, there's a bunch of them. Really good ones.
Bunch of them, right?
Yeah.
You got Kevin Austin. You got Sky Moore from Western Michigan. You got all these. Look, Q. I'm just saying the Saints better make some moves in this draft, though, bro. I'm not saying that they didn't waste their time. They didn't make some pop go weasel in this selection, because they got some good receivers. They could get anybody that fall in number 18, or they get one early in the second round. They need to make some talent and make some skills to get these guys that's going to contribute this offense behind Michael Thomas. Because I'm just saying, if you don't get the weapons, I don't know what to say about it though, bro. Because Dennis Allen is gonna be a tremendous job as a new head coach, and I know he's gonna do a fantastic when Sean Payne has retired from NFL. But you get these guys, I don't care who we get, that's gonna fall number 18 all the way to each round. You got to address the quarterback position. You got to address the wide receiver position. You got to address anywhere it goes. The Saints need to do what they do in this draft. Because I'm just saying, you got all the talent in this draft class. But the bottom line is they didn't make some moves, and they didn't do it hurry and quick.
Well said, brother Byron. And we have a lot of draft capital this year, ain't no doubt about it, to help out. But a lot of the family members are in agreement with you, especially pertaining to the wide receiver. We need wide receivers. Whether it's you mentioned a bunch of them. It's a bunch of them. Jameson Williams and what's the other kid from the other guy?
Garrett
Wilson.
Garrett Wilson. Come on, man.
Yeah, it's a ton of them. It goes and those are some of the top guys, but it go all the way down there. I have to pull up the draft list to show you some of the real good ones that's out there that I was looking at tape at, bro. Man. It's a bunch of them.
Weapons, man.
It's a bunch of them. I know.
I'm just saying this is look. I'm not saying that we're gonna get the receiver in the first round. But if we do, they better make that and pull that trigger. Because I'm just saying, Dennis Allen and Mickey Mouse Loon, they need to find a way to get these receivers that we can make the selection. Because I don't care no say about that. We didn't address the position that we need for this offense. Because I'm just saying, the offense got to be explosive. You know what I'm saying? You say about Pete Carmichael, he's gonna do good. That's why you keep him for a reason, though. When he was under Sean Payne's wing, that's the guy you want to lean toward. Pete Carmichael gonna do a great job for this offense. But I'm just saying is, you know, you don't have the talent, it disappears.
Yeah.
Out the window.
Yeah, and you're right. I mean, there's so much talent out there, especially the running back position. What's the kid from Oklahoma, man? Brooks.
Kenny Brooks.
Kenny Brooks. Yeah, there you go. Brooks is a good one that's out there. It's a handful of them, man. That's out there that can really help you. Spiller from Texas A&M. Man. He's a good one.
Come on now.
What's the Robinson? Robinson. Yeah, he's another one. So I mean, there's several ones out there, man, that can help. So like I said, if there's anything that's a silver lining in this cloud with dealing with Elvin Kamara is the fact that it happened early enough where the Saints can do something about it. But Brother Byron, listen. Yeah, go ahead, bro.
No, I was gonna say I did. I was saying that was a great hire. We had the other day Cody Burns from Auburn, the wide receiver coach. That's a good pickup.
Yes.
We got right there. I think he's gonna do good for the wide receiver. As a wide receiver coach, I think that's a good move that we got him. And I think another thing, we promote Ryan Nielsen and Kris Richard. That's a fantastic. They kept these guys here. And I think Kris Richard and Ryan Nielsen, they're going to do a tremendous job for this defense, you know what I'm saying? That because our defense is still going to be a top 5, but we still got the best defense in the game, though, bro. Hands down. And I think that Kris Richard and Nelson with Dennis, they're gonna be as a trio, though, as a defensive coordinator, bro. And I think, Denzel is going to be like I said, he's going to be as a good head coach for the New Orleans Saints. He's been here for a long time. I think that's why I'm glad they hired him for a reason, because I think that, even though we didn't get Eric Bieniemy, they've been a long hour for him there. But Denzel know the culture for a long time, though, bro. That's why you're hiring for a reason, because I think Denzel is the guy that you lean towards, because that's the guy you want as a president, for the future for the New Orleans Saints of the Black Gold Nation. That's why I think that Mickey Mouse did a tremendous job to hire him. And I think that Allen is the guy that you lean toward, and that's why I'm glad he's our new head coach for the New Orleans Saints. But like I said, James Winston, man, I saw his video, and I think he looked good. He looked smooth and everything, his legs, and he got his good little foot workout and everything. I think that you bring back James Winston on a 1-year deal, that'd be fantastic, because you know that he could do everything through it. He know his team, he know the offense. And I think that, you get Winston back, man, that the sky's the limit for him, though. But I think if you don't get back Winston, they got other quarterbacks in the draft. They got Malik Willis. You know what I'm saying? They put Malik Willis forward to us in number 18, but anyway it goes, it ain't possible, you know what I'm saying? Because I think that you got some young guys could do everything to start day one. And I think that if you get Willis for number 18 to us or bring back Winston, anyway it goes, we're still gonna have our quarterback no matter what. And I think that we're gonna have a good year. I'm looking forward to this good season that we're gonna have in 2022. And I think it's gonna be like it's gonna be full awesome, though. And I'm just so excited that we're gonna get this thing on pop. But we're not out of the woods yet, though, bro. We got everything left. We got the combine starting next Tuesday. And I'm looking forward to looking at these guys at the combine, at the 4-yard dash, and then we're gonna hit to the pro day and hit to the draft. And that's all we gotta do for right now. So ASAP.
Yeah, well said, Brother Byron, man. We got to draft well this time around. We got a lot of holes to fill. Hey, Brother Byron, once again, man, don't be a stranger, bro. I appreciate you chiming in, man, as always, bro.
Hey, bro, no strain, no team, no danger, bro. But I want to tell you, wish you happy birthday to you, my partner, bro.
Salute you,
you know
bro.
what I'm saying? Because you already know, bro. You doing your thing, though, bro. You keep it real, though, bro. And I'm so honored that I'm to be, as your buddy, and I'm just salute to you, though, bro. And like I said, just enjoying your birthday, bro. This is your day, though, bro. And I just want you to have a good, blessed, and many years more to come, though, bro. And so I just want to tell you that. And all my Who Dat family in the chat, I miss y'all, though, bro. I didn't get a chance to get it with y'all in a while, but I'm glad I'm back, though, because your boy's back in the flesh. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, I'm glad to hear from my Who Dat family, and I'm glad to hear from you too, Big Q. And just want to tell you that, just want to get on here and chime in and everything. I just get everything off my chest, though. And I'll talk to you in the flesh and talk to you on the flip side, though, bro. Who that for life, baby?
Who that for life, Brother Byron. Thank you, bro. And be safe out there, my friend. Peace.
Appreciate it, Big Q.
All right, Brother Byron, man. Good to hear from Brother Byron, man, in this thing, man. I'm going to bring in both Brother DeWright and Brother Tragic at the same time for interest of time. Brother DeWright and Brother Tragic, welcome to the stream, my friends.
What up? Who that?
Who that? All right, brother.
How you doing, man?
I'm doing good, my brother. How you feel? Let me ask the brothers this, man. We start with Brother DeWright first. How do you feel about co-coordinators? You're taking Pops Witherspoon terminology. We got to coordinate. We got 2 of them now.
You know what, Q? I'm gonna be honest with you, man. And you know me, bro. I come straight from inside with this.
All right.
I'm going to be straight with you, Q. I don't have a problem with it because guess what? They got to work together anyway to get this thing running on one track. And if you look at the last 2.5 years, well, look at this year. Outside of Dennis calling the plays, it was them 2 brothers that actually put this thing in the motion because that D line with after Tom Brady. And that secondary did what they had to do. So if you look at it from that perspective, Q,
Mm-hmm.
I don't have a problem with that. I think it's a marriage. I mean, it's a perfect fit, man.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And the reason why I say that is because they got to come and be on the same page to make this thing work anyway.
Well, I
You know?
mean, and that's true that brother Revolt dropped the science on them guys working together before. You know, that's like a fraternity, bro. You know
Right.
how it all works. You know, and having a familiarity of working with each other outside of the Saints organization, and I don't think it'll be an issue, being that it's not like you have two guys that were coordinators fighting to see who's the better. Ryan Nielsen's never been a coordinator before, and Coach Richard has. So I mean, I think it'll be something that actually, in a certain situation, could work. It could really work better than what a lot of people anticipating it is.
Right. And not only that, Q, they both respect each other as
Yes, sir.
coaches enough to, I mean, come on, they all have to sit in that room, they all have to game plan, and they all have to bring their product to the field. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
I don't see, what's the problem. Um, so that's where I stand on that. Tragic. Do you have anything on that, bro?
Brother Tragic?
Yes,
Yeah,
I
there you go.
agree. Both coaches seem like they're above, they exceed at their position. Both in the secondary, the defensive line. So I think the key to this all season has definitely been about continuity. Because, like I said, that defense it's a Super Bowl, basically a Super Bowl defense.
I
It was
agree.
it was kickers. Even with the bad quarter, even with the injured quarterbacks, we lost 3 games because of our kicker, because of the lousy kicking.
This is true.
So,
Well,
I think it's very important that we keep the continuity on the defense as much as possible. And another coach that which I think should have gone. I know a lot of y'all. I know one of your earlier broadcasts. You didn't agree, but I think Darren Maple, the strength and conditioning coach, I think that was a good move to get him out there. Because one of the things that I mentioned in the past, or even in some of the comments, is too many of the same injuries to different players. It's like all these players suffer the same shoulder or arm injury, and I'm just wondering if his training, is he overworking certain muscles within a conditioning and it causing all these injuries. So I think some of the training has been attributed to some of these injuries on the offensive and defensive line,
yo,
respectively.
It's a good
I
point.
didn't think of that like that, man.
Great point.
Q, that's why I love your show, bro.
That we
'Cause
got.
people come up with these concepts, and when you listen to it, you go, bro, I didn't think of that.
I know the
Right,
great Saint,
bro.
think tank, brother DeWright, is real deal
Bro,
Holyfield, bro.
that's a hell of a point right there, man. And I got something to say about the offense, but Tragic, go ahead on finish, bro. I like where you at with that.
Okay, well, that's mainly where I'm at on those
Okay.
on the coaches. Like I said, you want to give those coaches. You don't want to lose those coaches for one thing. So I think that's why he made them co-defense coordinators. Because basically, the only way you're gonna be able to pry away from them is to give them a head coaching job.
All right.
Yep.
So, Q, let me say this about the offense. Can we visit the other side of the ball if you don't mind, my
Yes,
man?
sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. This draft is going to determine the type of coach that Dennis Allen wants to be. Let's be real. This draft is going to show him, you know what? You either want your offensive side of the ball to be as deadly as your defensive side of the ball or not. And let me tell you about the moves that he's made. Think about this, because and I want your opinion about it, and I want Tragic's opinion. Could you imagine if Marcus Callaway had the mindset of Michael Thomas? Could you imagine what type of receiver he would be if he had the mindset of Thomas? First of all, that's CJ's job. Because when Michael Thomas went down, the first thing he should have did was turn over what CJ should have did was looked at your boy and say, okay, Callaway, guess what? You the new Michael Thomas. Now we can't guard Callaway. I need you with that dog mentality. So I understand why he did what he did. I understand why Dennis did what he did. Why? Because guess what? You got receivers out there, man, who can't catch contested balls.
Yep.
And the problem is, if I had a man that was coaching you up like that, if I had a man that put in your mindset that you was that dog once that other dog went down, we wouldn't have a problem as far as receivers concerned. Because if Callaway had Michael Thomas mentality, that's a monster because his speed is deceptive. Number two, the offensive line. I know why I brought in Doug Marrone to do this offensive line. Why? Because I got guys that don't have that dog mentality. And people just playing positions. No, I need you with that dog mentality. Because when we go into camp, you go determine whether or not you got that dog mentality, whether you're going to stay there or whether you're going to go. So I understand why he said, okay, I want Doug Marrone. And come on, man. Something that Revolt said earlier that really made my eyes open. Look, Hill is a monster. He was number 2 in the league when Sean went down. He was number 2 in the league when Sean was suspended. Said, bro, that ain't no lightweight. Because the NFL ain't playing with lightweights. And guess what? We didn't have Michael Thomas then. We didn't have a Michael Thomas. We had Colston, who ran maybe like a 6'3". We had your boy, the other one over there, and the other receiver. Come on, man. So we didn't have deadly killer speed receivers other than Devery Henderson. But this boy still did it. You know what I'm saying? So, I'm looking at it from that perspective, Q. Look, some of the moves, people don't want change to happen, but change got to happen. And people don't like jumping up and saying, look, I'm about that change, because guess what? That change going to make people either do or bounce. That's my opinion. Tragic, what you think?
Well said.
To piggyback off your Pete Carmichael, I think you won't see too much of a drop off with the Pete Carmichael. And from looking at last year, and I know Pete Carmichael also had previous stints running this offense when Peyton was out. But just the game last year when we played Tampa Bay, even though we only scored 9 points, I think Pete Michael called a game plan that complemented the defense. He didn't just try to just go score it all out. He knew he needed points, but at the same time, he knew he needed time-consuming drives so his defense wouldn't get too tired. They have the energy to shut Tampa Bay and Tom Brady down. So I think his game plan complemented what he's working with on the other side. I think he's going to be more cognizant of time management.
But you know what, Tragic? In saying that, I saw a few passes, bro. A few passes that Taysom Hill missed Kamara, and Kamara could have turned the corner and got upfield. I saw that, and I'm like, bro, he missed that pass.
Yeah, he missed it. He did, but like I said, I still think sometimes Peyton is a little bit overly aggressive sometimes.
Right.
I mean, he don't get me wrong. I'm taking that from him. He's a good play caller. But sometimes you just need the 1 yard, and then he calls like a play that's maybe harder to execute than other plays.
Yeah, like an end around on 4th down.
Yeah, and it'd be like too much margin of error in some of the packages that he just go for like 1 yard or inches, and you get such a complicated package out there where there's too much thinking required.
Right.
So I think, like I said, I think you won't see as many of those with Carmichael. Not saying that he's probably going to be as creative as Sean, but I'm sure they both was like the yin and the yang to game planning weekly. So there's going to be some slight variance into their play calling, but overall, I still think the offensive play calling will be above average.
I agree. And last but not least, y'all, if you look at the way that this thing been painted, everybody know that this thing was painted for one quarterback to come into this building, and that's Jameis Winston.
That's what it looking like.
I mean, you can sit back and look at it. We brought back Pete. We brought back that. And guess what? Even Michael Thomas himself, if Jameis wouldn't have got hurt, Michael was playing the next Sunday. Because he was ready to come back. That's real. He was ready to come back and ball. And when he found out his boy was going down, it doesn't make no sense for me to come back, to be honest with you. But trust me, man, you put Jameis with Michael Thomas, and you give him just something on the other side and put maybe Callaway in the slot, bro, that's dangerous. And plus, you got that coach, the new coach that'll change their mentality. Now, I'm going to be honest. I'm not a Traquan Smith fan, and I'm definitely not an Adam Trotman fan. They can kick what? See you, fine. But as far as those other two, you get them something to compliment with that, bro. That's a dangerous setup.
Yeah, I mean, great points by both Tragic and Brother DeWright. That the Carmichael thing, a lot of people going to look at Carmichael as, I mean, it's pretty much Coach Payton's system that they talking about putting in cruise control. I mean, you got Coach Payton's principles operating offense and Dennis Allen's defensive principles, a familiar staff with the continuity that they wanted all along. Saints sprinkled with a few new faces, like the wide receiver coach Cody Burns is a good pickup. I agree with you on that, Tragic. I mean, he's a guy that has his hand. That's not a cakewalk job, by the way. He's going to be tasked. One of his biggest tests are going to, not a test in a bad sense, is he's walking into a wide receiver room when he's looking at can't guard Mike, who when he was healthy, one of the top 5 wide receivers in the league. You're talking about a guy a couple of years off of breaking the single season receiver record that's vaunted. Any wide receiver that's worth anything wants to break that record. Well, Mike Thomas, as good as Hopkins and the rest of these wide receivers are, none of them came close to catching that. Mike Thomas, that's a tremendous thing. Just a couple of years off injury.
Right.
So, I mean, he's going to be looking at him. And, of course, you mentioned Callaway. Who else better than Mike Thomas to show Callaway how to get guys off of him? That was the problem. If you watch the film, you watch Callaway, how he played, bro. He couldn't get people to detach from him, not because he was sued. They were talking about, well, how can you gain separation? Remember Coach Payton went into that spew when he's saying, well, you can run away from him using speed as an option. Well, what if you don't have the speed to break away from the defensive back or the person that's guarding you? How does Mike Thomas do it? We know Mike Thomas is not the fastest guy in the world. So how does he do it? You put the film on, Mike Thomas physically removes people. And sometimes he's always facing double teams. He beats them consistently. That's because he knows how to get detached guys off of him and move seamlessly and get in position. He's violent with it. It's like you got to put the tape on and watch how he does it, how he moves. And it's all one fluid motion. You can see he's been practicing it, moving, putting the hands on them, detaching them. And the best film I can show you, remember the time Xavier, what's his name, Rhodes from the Minnesota Vikings, when he was a pretty decent cornerback in that matchup when he was going against Mike Thomas. And Xavier Rhodes was a physical cornerback. Mike Thomas was throwing that guy all over the field, just out physical in them, if that's a word. But the reality is, it's no better player, Brother DeWright, to show Callaway who's really good at contested passes. And like we had the statistics early in the broadcast that both him and Deontay Harris-Hardy averaged over 15 yards per catch last year. So, I mean, those guys are really good. Callaway's really good at contested catches. We knew that. That was one of his strong suits coming out of the University of Tennessee, is that he was really good at catching contested balls. He was physical. But the other stuff like working on his route running and detaching cornerbacks or defensive backs from him, that's stuff that he'll learn from Mike Thomas, who does it as he's one of the best in the business of doing that.
Yeah, I agree. I think also part of last year, and it looked like they didn't really start doing it till late in the year.
Yeah,
with the Saints receivers playing so many different positions, with Michael Thomas out, they really look like they never really kind of like went out to make that other receiver beat a Michael Thomas. They didn't, and I'm not saying that you want to be Michael Thomas, but some of Michael Thomas plays of scheme for him, and it looked like it wasn't until like to me like the last few games where they kind of really started scheming for Callaway, like instead of having each receiver just playing all these multiple spots and none of them actually being featured. So I think we need to get as far as the draft and free agency. From my research, it seems like this draft is kind of low on wide receivers and it's heavy like in the trenches. Like there's a lot of quality in the defensive line and the offensive line. So I believe you might have to maybe get a veteran wide receiver. That's you know you might even get a good one this year, even from best value, like you said, because it's a lot of them. Like with Michael Thomas back, it's a lot of them. It's so many out there that you're gonna, like I said, you might get you a quality one even late. With the draft, the wide receiver, like I said, that position is skimpy. So you need somebody that might can plug and play, and you want to put yourself in position to be able to draft the best player available instead of reaching. So at some point you're gonna need that running back and that wide receiver and even that offensive lineman in the draft, but you don't really want to be reaching like how we did with Ruiz a few years ago.
I know, right?
So address your needs in the draft and be able to draft that best player available. And don't be surprised if you might see even Darryl Stingley in your face.
Right.
I mean, they got to move up to go get him. They got they got to go get him. He's gonna be gone by the top 5 picks.
They got some people that's skeptical on him because of because he got injured last year and everything, and some people kind of like forgot about him. Sort of like how people forgot about Adebo.
Yeah, but they paying for that though.
Yeah. I mean, could lightning strike twice with Stingley there? So I mean, that would be awesome. I don't know. I mean, anything possible. You know what I'm saying? He could slide a bit.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know all the way down to 18, but I'm not certain.
There's a cornerback out of there's another cornerback that some people talking about taking before Stingley, and they had him going like late top 10. I think it's a guy from Cincinnati, I believe.
Yeah, Gardner.
Right.
Yeah, Ahmad Gardner. Yeah, I seen some reports on that. I still don't. I'm not buying it, but I guess he's catapulting over because of Stingley's injuries that occurred. But
and then he basically opted out the rest of the season. So sometimes people just remember the last thing they see.
That's right.
And not taking not taking context of the totality of the events that of the circumstances around them.
Yeah, this is true. This is exactly true. I mean, Stingley he has the size, the speed, the intelligence, the athleticism. I mean, he's a player. It'd be cool if he did slide to us at 18. It would provide the Saints with an interesting dilemma on what to do if he's there. But I mean, it's going to be fun watching the draft. Of course, we know the Saints are going up there to Indianapolis to scout. That'll be coming up soon. So they had to get their staff assembled so they can get everybody out there. So yeah, and great point about, I think that was Pammy Whammy that made the point about Marquez Callaway. She said that isn't Cody Burns a guy that former wide receiver coach at Tennessee, and didn't Galloway come from Tennessee? This is true. So I mean, yeah, that's a positive. That no Carla, yeah, she said I smell big improvement. Thank you, Carla. That's a good point right there. And thanks to all of the family members out there that's sending out birthday love and shots. I appreciate y'all, man. I really do. I appreciate each and every last one of y'all. All right, Brother Tragic and Brother DeWright, please hold right there. I'm gonna bring in the final member. We're gonna bring in the mob, the mafia don himself, the Who Dat Mafia man. That's that. Brother Donald is in the building. Brother Donald, what's going on, Brother Donald?
Welcome, bro.
Good one. That's a good one.
What's up, Don? How you doing, bro?
I'm good. How you doing?
Good, bro. I want to add you to the conversation, my friend. What do you think about some of the things about the Saints co-coordinators on this defensive side of the ball? Do you like some of the movements they're making with the staff?
Well, I'm not surprised by none of it.
Okay.
Not surprised at all.
Do you agree with some of what they're doing, Brother Donald? What you think?
I mean, it makes sense. I mean, all these guys are on the former staff. All you have to do is promote them. You probably got to find a couple more guys to go with the staff, and that came out good. Came out just fine.
Okay.
I'm still everywhere. P. Carmichael, though. You let him make his mind up.
Yeah, that was a
I don't know.
quite
I
the
don't know
move.
what was the problem with that. He must have wanted more money.
I don't know. They never elaborated on it because we knew
No.
the reports was, now he don't want to do it, and he wanted to take a step back into the organization to be an offensive assistant. Saints started looking for guys. Maybe he was talked into it. I know we're gonna get to the bottom sooner or later. It's gonna come out,
No.
but yeah, that's strange.
The only guy I wanted it was a guy from Minneapolis, the running backs coach, Montgomery. That's the only guy I wanted.
Oh yeah.
I did not want
Jonathan
no Jay
Taylor's
Gruden.
running back.
I did not want no Jay Gruden.
No.
Oh, I know. Hell no.
No
Nope.
Gruden. No Gruden. I think right after that, then that's when you seen Pete Carmichael take the job.
Yeah. Isn't that
Right
crazy?
after the
Yeah.
Jay Gruden thing. So thank you, Jay Gruden,
Yeah.
for expediting the process.
Yep. And not just that, look at the special teams coach. He became the assistant head coach.
Did he now? See,
And that's the only thing I haven't nobody talked about with special teams. Special teams is a big part of our team.
yes, indeed.
It's very big. It's very important. I tell everybody that if you don't got no good kicker, no good punter, no good. What was that? But I can't even get that name out.
Blake Gilligan,
Long snapper. Yeah, him. He did. That's
Kevin
a great
Woods. I
punter.
think you talking about Woods, the lone snapper.
Gunner. There you go.
Who's the gunner? Oh man,
Or JT Gray.
Gray. Is it Gray?
It's Gray.
Okay, I forgot. Okay. So this is
him. Him. Gilligan. Will Lutz. Zach Woods. That's it. Everything else will fall in place, and it worked.
well, that was Coach
Not
Payton
just that,
bringing
then they
in
have
the man in.
then they have a good returner too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Deontay Harris
Worked.
Hardy.
Yeah.
So what's the next move in your opinion, brother Donald? What you think goes happen?
We gotta go get a tight end. I'll draft a receiver in the first round, but we gotta get a tight end, brother.
What about the quarterback?
Or Jameis.
Okay.
And if it's not Jameis, if it ain't Jameis, it's gonna be Teddy.
Okay.
Yeah.
You thinking Teddy is the guy? You think the Saints reaching back to familiar settings?
No, I'm just saying that'd be a plan B.
Mhm.
But the Jameis is coming back.
I would agree with that. I think Jameis Winston should be the call.
The
And a
only-
lot of people
the
fan
only
that he
guy-
might be a little bit more
yeah.
expensive, but not expensive as some of them other guys.
Yeah, I mean,
have
well,
got
that
there.
happens. That happens. I mean, the market today is huge. So you can't do nothing about that. I mean, the top quarterbacks now make what, $50 million a year. That's just the cap. That's the market.
Yeah, but you think about it like this. He always wanted
Yeah.
to play for the though. Even though Tampa, he always said, I want to play for the Saints.
Well, Tampa was just stupid. They didn't listen to him. When they bring the other guy in there, then they won't listen. They're just stupid. But yeah, I see James coming back. I don't see Teron Armstead coming back though.
Nah.
That's unfortunate. Unfortunate though. That just happens. Can't pay everybody.
You can't pay everybody. Somebody got to go. Teron Armstead.
Somebody got to go.
Yeah,
That just happens.
I think he'll end up going.
You know what? They might draft that offensive tackle. Might be probably in the second round.
Could be.
That's important. It's important. The offensive line is important. Your best players are your linemen. It's not your receivers. That's the running backs. It's your linemen. Those guys, they're important. You got to pay them. That's why they get paid the top bucks.
Yeah, you got to win in the trenches. That's for certain.
Yeah, I'm telling you. Yeah.
So, Q, I got a question.
Yes, sir.
Go ahead.
So, do you think they're gonna put Pete in his regular position, which is offensive tackle? In other words, his original position that he's. Whenever Armstead went down and we moved Pete over there, Pete played that position pretty good. So do you think they move Pete back in his position?
I mean, that's a possibility, bro. I made mention of that. It's like one of the things you got to think about is moving Pete to the tackle position, the right tackle position, because, Ramchek's going to be the blindside guy. That could be something you can do. But, that is definitely one of the things. Now, so they won't tell you about Landon Young. And they're talking about James Hurst. Somebody threw Hurst in. I was like, nah, Hurst is simply a reserve. That's what he's getting paid for. But Andrews Pete making some serious money. And maybe you can go back to the right tackle position where he's supposed to be. So
and look at Doug Marrone. Look at Doug Marrone. He came back.
Yep.
I remember when he was here. Man, that offensive line was outstanding when he was here.
So can he get Marrone, the veteran Marrone, get the most out of guys like Cesar Salad, Ruiz, and the rest of them?
That's another underrated hire right there.
Carl Nix, Jerry Evans, not first round picks. That's all I know.
Nope. Carl Nix and Jari were not. You're absolutely right.
Jamal
Fifth
Brown,
round picks.
Jamal Brown was good. John Stinson was good. Jeff Fain was good. Jamal Nesbitt was good. All those guys were good. He was a big part of it.
Yep. Well, that's the thing. When Marone came, it's like, no, as an offensive coordinator, but as an offensive line coach, I'm not mad at that. I think he's in his element there.
Yeah.
So, I mean, so Marone helps Cesar Ruiz. Are you confident in him helping Cesar Ruiz get his game up?
Well, I mean, yeah, you hope so.
Well, let's just say this, if I may. Let's just say Doug Marone, because of his knowledge and because of his talent and because of his ability to see the talent in the right places, let's say he will put them in their right places,
I
opposed
hope
to,
so.
Sean Payton
That's a good
projects.
spot.
I'm
Yeah.
going to be honest. I'm really tired of Sean Payton projects.
You
I
right on
am.
that
I
one.
mean, Sean Payton had too many projects, man, and believe it or not, I think a lot of his draft picks would have been, if he would have just drafted based on what they did and based on their quality, opposed to
Yeah.
trying to change them as far as a project is concerned. Because you know
Yeah.
what? Sometimes I feel a belief his ego got too big for himself.
Yeah.
And when
Yes.
and when you
Yes.
start putting people in places and say, "Well, I can change you. I can change you." No, I
No.
can't change you because your characteristic says one thing, and this is what you do. You've been doing this
Yeah.
since your high school, and all of a sudden, I want to bring you in and change. So I was so excited. Believe it or not, I know who that may get mad at me, but I was so excited when they hired Doug Marone as the offensive line coach. Why? Because he have an
Yeah.
eye just the offensive line. He's going to be the one that knows Cesar Ruiz. To be honest with you, brother,
Yeah.
that's not where you go. You go here.
Yeah.
So we got to stop looking at it for his failure in other areas and say, you know what? When this
Yeah.
man had our offensive line years ago, they were the best. So guess
Yeah.
what,
Yeah.
guys?
Yeah. Yeah.
He
You're right on that,
knows
brother.
he knows what he's looking for. He knows what to see. He knows to say, hey, Cesar Ruiz, you're not a guard, my man. You're actually a center. And by the way,
Yeah.
let's move you here and let's move you there. So that's the good thing about it, about these
Yeah.
people that come on board. They're, Dennis is not stupid. Dennis is saying, you know what? I'm not an offensive line
Yep.
man, so I'm not
That's
going to
right.
try to do it. I'm not a receiver man, so I'm not going to try to do it. I'm not a
Yep.
running back man, so I'm not going to try to do it. And
That's right.
I'm not going to do these things. That's not my expertise. My expertise is my defense. So guess
Yep.
what? The people I'm going to put in these positions is the people that can see the talent that's there and change it for what it should be versus
Yeah.
with Sean Payton projects.
Yeah. You got, and then you got to let Pete Carmichael go run the show. You got to let him do it the way he want to do it.
Great points, brother. Brother DeWright
Oh
dropping
yeah,
it
no,
down
you
too.
have to. That's
Yeah.
his job. Like you have full control. It's your job.
Yeah, he tried, like Coach Payton did Dennis Allen, basically gave him the defense and gave him total autonomy. Told him
And
run
we
it
saw the
high.
results.
Right, and you've seen the results. Unabated, let them run it how he see fit, and they had great success on that side of the football. Does Dennis Allen return the favor? Entrusted guys, Doug Marone, Pete Carmichael, guys like that. Does he provide the same service to the offensive side of the ball? Let them run it with total autonomy?
Yeah, well, you gotta have to.
If you want to win.
If you want to win, you gotta have to. You gotta let him do it.
What you think, Tragic?
Yeah, I think he's going to try to keep most of the stuff as normal as possible. But like back on Doug Marone, I believe that's another one. I think that one of the most underrated hirings also this offseason. Because like you said, this offensive line was humming. That first year, you saw all kind of no names come in, and those guys was coming in and they was playing, above what they above their expectation.
That's right.
So,
You're right,
so,
brother. Go
so
back.
when
Go
you get
back. 06.
So when you get when you get a position coach that was a head coach, you're getting a good coach. It's just so hard for sometimes with those assistant coaches to go somewhere. It's hard for them to find more good coaches because most of them are already employed.
Yeah.
But Doug Marone is a hell of an offensive line coach.
That's what he do. That's his specialty.
It works.
All right, well, listen, fam, we're going to end it on that. Listen, man, I want to thank everybody, man, for tuning in on this broadcast today, man. Much love to the entire panel that came in. Brother Donald, Brother DeWright, Brother Tragic, man. You guys, as always, and the rest of the family members that chimed in, man, you guys always are bringing it. And that's what's so incredible about the Great Saint Think Tank. They always got they got their thinking caps on, man, talking about it and just breaking the game down on another level, man. Serious business, man. The Great Saint Think Tank is the best, man. I got to give it to him.
Hey, Q, happy birthday, man. We love you, Q. I don't know
Salute,
if any
bro.
other brothers ever told you that like that, but, bro, you are dynamic, man. You yourself is a monster, bro. You and yourself in the game is a dog, and we love you. Happy birthday, bro.
Thank you, Brother Tragic. Thank you, Brother DeWright, Brother Donald. Much love to y'all, man. It's the same bite back at you, man. Y'all are my extended family. I got all the love in the world for you guys and gals out there. I love y'all. I appreciate everything. That time that all of the countless hours that we spend together talking about our black and gold in the good and the bad, baby. It mean the world. Not the world, but the world to me. So I appreciate and thank everybody, man. Thank y'all for all of the terrific things and the blessings and everything. And let's, we're going to up it up and do it even better, baby. We got to. So much love to the fam. Appreciate y'all, brothers. And for chiming in on the stream. Who that to you?
Who that?
Who that? All right. That's the brothers right there, man. Absolutely terrific and awesome. Awesome, man. You guys, I appreciate all of you guys. Thank you, T Dirty. Thank you, James. I see you, Brother James Wilson, Tragic, Brother Jerry, all of you guys and gals, man. Who that? Dana. Much love to the kings and queens, Brother Paul L, and the rest of the family members. Thank y'all for spending time. I appreciate y'all. I love y'all and everything. All the greatness that you guys represent is because of you guys, man, that we're here. And never forget that. The Great Saint Think Tank is about the family members, and I always put the family members way up here. Y'all know that. Yeah, I always shout out the family members before the broadcast because it's about the family, man. Without the family, you don't have nothing. Not a damn thing. So once again, much love to you guys. I appreciate you spending time with me on my birthday today. Not my birthday, but my birthday today. Thank y'all. I love y'all. Stay positive. Stay strong, family. And we'll be back tomorrow. What tomorrow is? Thursday. We'll be back on the Thursday stream and we'll talk some more Saints as well. So much love to the fam. Thank y'all. Who that? And I'm out.
Yeah. Well, all right. Like you always say, welcome. Number one sports talking D. We ain't like the Falcons. We won't blow the lead. Look, all we talk is who that? Who got cut and who back? Rookies in the vets. Players you should look at. It's the sports coma. You don't want to miss it. Got the pre-game, party, post-game statistics. Get a visit from Sway, maybe DC or 5. It's the hottest thing smoking, Big Q and the guys. Go to YouTube Live, make sure you subscribe. Interviews inside the Saints locker room high. Talk to Drew, Jordan, Zach, Peyton, New Orleans, who that nation. Best believe when I say we bleed gold and black. Ain't a miracle or rivalry could ever hold us back. No, Beastquake, Bounty Gate, let the truth be told. It's the sports coma, all we know is say Super Bowl.
You're listening to the Sports Coma.